For too long, St. Lucians have carried the weight of a tax that was only meant to last 2 years. The 2.5% levy has eaten into every paycheck, raised the cost of groceries, and made life harder for families already struggling. The United Workers' Party will remove it from day one. No more broken promises. That means more money in your pocket, lower prices at the store, and relief for every St. Lucia. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right that wrong.
In St. Lucia today, too many families face impossible choices: medicine or groceries, treatment or tuition. Around the world, nations have already proven that national health coverage changes lives. The United Workers' Party will make it real here at home. National health insurance, $75,000 in coverage for every St. Lucian. No exception, no excuses. Because quality health care is not a privilege, it is your right. Save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right this wrong.
Too many young St. Lucians leave school with dreams they cannot afford to chase. That ends now. The United Workers' Party will deliver free tertiary education at Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, opening doors, unlocking potential, and giving every student a fair chance to succeed. Because when our young people rise, our nation rises with them. Together we will build a smarter and stronger St. Lucia for all with free tertiary education. Save our St. Lucia. Together we will right the wrong.
For years, families in the South have been forced to pay for dam dredging at the John Compton Dam, even though they don't receive a drop of water from it. That injustice ends when the United Workers' Party returns to office. We will remove the dam dredging fee for Southern residents, because you should never have to pay for a service you don't receive. Fairness, justice, respect for every St. Lucian, no matter where you live. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
Every trip to the gas station has become a burden. For 4 long years, St. Lucians have paid more than they should, draining pockets, raising prices on everything from groceries to bus fares. The United Workers' Party says enough is enough. Within the first 30 days, we'll reduce fuel prices, bringing real relief to families, drivers, and businesses. Because a break at the pump is a break for every St. Lucia. Save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
Too many guns are slipping into our country. Too many families live with fear. The United Workers' Party will put a stop to it. We will reintroduce strong border control and expand the canine unit. More trained dogs, more patrols, more protection. Every weapon stopped at the border is a life saved. Every bullet intercepted is a community kept safe. This is about defending our home, protecting our children, and restoring peace to St. Lucia. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
For too long, St. Lucians have carried the weight of a tax that was only meant to last 2 years. The 2.5% levy has eaten into every paycheck, raised the cost of groceries, and made life harder for families already struggling. The United Workers' Party will remove it from day one. No more broken promises. That means more money in your pocket, lower prices at the store, and relief for every St. Lucia. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right that wrong.
In St. Lucia today, too many families face impossible choices: medicine or groceries, treatment, or tuition. Around the world, nations have already proven that national health coverage changes lives. The United Workers' Party will make it real here at home. National health insurance, $75,000 in coverage for every St. Lucian. No exception, no excuses. Because quality health care is not a privilege, it is your right. Save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right this wrong.
Too many young St. Lucians leave school with dreams they cannot afford to chase. That ends now. The United Workers' Party will deliver free tertiary education at Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, opening doors, unlocking potential, and giving every student a fair chance to succeed. Because when our young people rise, our nation rises with them. Together we will build a smarter and stronger St. Lucia for all with free tertiary education. Save our St. Lucia. Together we will right the wrong.
For years, families in the South have been forced to pay for dam dredging at the John Compton Dam, even though they don't receive a drop of water from it. That injustice ends when the United Workers' Party returns to office. We will remove the dam dredging fee for Southern residents, because you should never have to pay for a service you don't receive. Fairness, justice, respect for every St. Lucian, no matter where you live. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
Every trip to the gas station has become a burden. For 4 long years, St. Lucians have paid more than they should, draining pockets, raising prices on everything from groceries to bus fares. The United Workers' Party says enough is enough. Within the first 30 days, we'll reduce fuel prices, bringing real relief to families, drivers, and businesses. Because a break at the pump is a break for every St. Lucia. Save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
Too many guns are slipping into our country. Too many families live with fear. The United Workers' Party will put a stop to it. We will reintroduce strong border control and expand the canine unit. More trained dogs, more patrols, more protection. Every weapon stopped at the border is a life saved. Every bullet intercepted is a community kept safe. This is about defending our home, protecting our children, and restoring peace to St. Lucia. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
For too long, St. Lucians have carried the weight of a tax that was only meant to last 2 years. The 2.5% levy has eaten into every paycheck, raised the cost of groceries, and made life harder for families already struggling. The United Workers' Party will remove it from day one. No more broken promises. That means more money in your pocket, lower prices at the store, and relief for every St. Lucia. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right that wrong.
In St. Lucia today, too many families face impossible choices: medicine or groceries, treatment or tuition. Around the world, nations have already proven that national health coverage changes lives. The United Workers' Party will make it real here at home. National health insurance, $75,000 in coverage for every St. Lucian. No exception, no excuses. Because quality health care is not a privilege, it is your right. Save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right this wrong.
Too many young St. Lucians leave school with dreams they cannot afford to chase. That ends now. the United Workers' Party will deliver free tertiary education at Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, opening doors, unlocking potential, and giving every student a fair chance to succeed. Because when our young people rise, our nation rises with them. Together we will build a smarter and stronger St. Lucia for all with free tertiary education. Save our St. Lucia. Together we will right the wrong.
For years, families in the South have been forced to pay for dam dredging at the John Compton Dam, even though they don't receive a drop of water from it. That injustice ends when the United Workers' Party returns to office. We will remove the dam dredging fee for Southern residents, because you should never have to pay for a service you don't receive. Fairness, justice, respect for every St. Lucian, no matter where you live. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
Every trip to the gas station has become a burden. For 4 long years, St. Lucians have paid more than they should, draining pockets, raising prices on everything from groceries to bus fares. The United Workers' Party says enough is enough. Within the first 30 days, we'll reduce fuel prices, bringing real relief to families, drivers, and businesses. Because a break at the pump is a break for every St. Lucia. Save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
Too many guns are slipping into our country. Too many families live with fear. The United Workers' Party will put a stop to it. We will reintroduce strong border control and expand the canine unit. More trained dogs, more patrols, more protection. Every weapon stopped at the border is a life saved. Every bullet intercepted is a community kept safe. This is about defending our home, protecting our children, and restoring peace to St. Lucia. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
For too long, St. Lucians have carried the weight of a tax that was only meant to last 2 years. The 2.5% levy has eaten into every paycheck, raised the cost of groceries, and made life harder for families already struggling. The United Workers' Party will remove it from day one. No more broken promises. That means more money in your pocket, lower prices at the store, and relief for every St. Lucia. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right that wrong.
In St. Lucia today, too many families face impossible choices: medicine or groceries, treatment or tuition. Around the world, nations have already proven that national health coverage changes lives. The United Workers' Party will make it real here at home. National health insurance, $75,000 in coverage for every St. Lucian. No exception, no excuses. Because quality health care is not a privilege, it is your right. Save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right this wrong.
Too many young St. Lucians leave school with dreams they cannot afford to chase. That ends now. The United Workers' Party will deliver free tertiary education at Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, opening doors, unlocking potential, and giving every student a fair chance to succeed. Because when our young people rise, our nation rises with them. Together we will build a smarter and stronger St. Lucia for all with free tertiary education. Save our St. Lucia. Together we will right the wrong.
For years, families in the South have been forced to pay for dam dredging at the John Compton Dam, even though they don't receive a drop of water from it. That injustice ends when the United Workers' Party returns to office. We will remove the dam dredging fee for Southern residents, because you should never have to pay for a service you don't receive. Fairness, justice, respect for every St. Lucian, no matter where you live. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
Every trip to the gas station has become a burden. For 4 long years, St. Lucians have paid more than they should, draining pockets, raising prices on everything from groceries to bus fares. The United Workers' Party says enough is enough. Within the first 30 days, we'll reduce fuel prices, bringing real relief to families, drivers, and businesses. Because a break at the pump is a break for every St. Lucia. Save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
Too many guns are slipping into our country. Too many families live with fear. The United Workers' Party will put a stop to it. We will reintroduce strong border control and expand the canine unit. More trained dogs, more patrols, more protection. Every weapon stopped at the border is a life saved. Every bullet intercepted is a community kept safe. This is about defending our homes, protecting our children, and restoring peace to St. Lucia. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
For too long, St. Lucians have carried the weight of a tax that was only meant to last 2 years. The 2.5% levy has eaten into every paycheck, raised the cost of groceries, and made life harder for families already struggling. The United Workers' Party will remove it from day one. No more broken promises. That means more money in your pocket, lower prices at the store, and relief for every St. Lucia. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right that wrong.
In St. Lucia today, too many families face impossible choices: medicine or groceries, treatment or tuition. Around the world, nations have already proven that national health coverage changes lives. The United Workers' Party will make it real here at home. National health insurance, $75,000 in coverage for every St. Lucian. No exception, no excuses. Because quality health care is not a privilege, it is your right. Save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right this wrong.
Too many young St. Lucians leave school with dreams they cannot afford to chase. That ends now. The United Workers' Party will deliver free tertiary education at Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, opening doors, unlocking potential, and giving every student a fair chance to succeed. Because when our young people rise, our nation rises with them. Together we will build a smarter and stronger St. Lucia for all with free tertiary education. Save our St. Lucia. Together we will right the wrong.
For years, families in the South have been forced to pay for dam dredging at the John Compton Dam, even though they don't receive a drop of water from it. That injustice ends when the United Workers' Party returns to office. We will remove the dam dredging fee for Southern residents, because you should never have to pay for a service you don't receive. Fairness, justice, respect for every St. Lucian, no matter where you live. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
Every trip to the gas station has become a burden. For 4 long years, St. Lucians have paid more than they should, draining pockets, raising prices on everything from groceries to bus fares. The United Workers' Party says enough is enough. Within the first 30 days, we'll reduce fuel prices, bringing real relief to families, drivers, and businesses. Because a break at the pump is a break for every St. Lucia. Save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
Too many guns are slipping into our country. Too many families live with fear. The United Workers' Party will put a stop to it. We will reintroduce strong border control and expand the K9 unit. More trained dogs, more patrols, more protection. Every weapon stopped at the border is a life saved. Every bullet intercepted is a community kept safe. This is about defending our home, protecting our children, and restoring peace to St. Lucia. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
For too long, St. Lucians have carried the weight of a tax that was only meant to last 2 years. The 2.5% levy has eaten into every paycheck, raised the cost of groceries, and made life harder for families already struggling. The United Workers' Party will remove it from day one. No more broken promises. That means more money in your pocket, lower prices at the store, and relief for every St. Lucia. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right that wrong.
In St. Lucia today, too many families face impossible choices: medicine or groceries, treatment or tuition. Around the world, nations have already proven that national health coverage changes lives. The United Workers' Party will make it real here at home. National health insurance, $75,000 in coverage for every St. Lucian. No exception, no excuses. Because quality health care is not a privilege, it is your right. Save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right this wrong.
Too many young St. Lucians leave school with dreams they cannot afford to chase. That ends now. The United Workers' Party will deliver free tertiary education at Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, opening doors, unlocking potential, and giving every student a fair chance to succeed. Because when our young people rise, our nation rises with them. Together we will build a smarter and stronger St. Lucia for all with free tertiary education. Save our St. Lucia. Together we will right the wrong.
For years, families in the South have been forced to pay for dam dredging at the John Compton Dam, even though they don't receive a drop of water from it. That injustice ends when the United Workers' Party returns to office. We will remove the dam dredging fee for Southern residents, because you should never have to pay for a service you don't receive. Fairness, justice, respect for every St. Lucian, no matter where you live. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
Every trip to the gas station has become a burden. For 4 long years, St. Lucians have paid more than they should, draining pockets, raising prices on everything from groceries to bus fares. The United Workers' Party says enough is enough. Within the first 30 days, we'll reduce fuel prices, bringing real relief to families, drivers, and businesses. Because a break at the pump is a break for every St. Lucia. Save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
Too many guns are slipping into our country. Too many families live with fear. The United Workers' Party will put a stop to it. We will reintroduce strong border control and expand the K9 unit. More trained dogs, more patrols, more protection. Every weapon stopped at the border is a life saved. Every bullet intercepted is a community kept safe. This is about defending our home, protecting our children, and restoring peace to St. Lucia. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
For too long, St. Lucians have carried the weight of a tax that was only meant to last 2 years. The 2.5% levy has eaten into every paycheck, raised the cost of groceries, and made life harder for families already struggling. The United Workers' Party will remove it from day one. No more broken promises. That means more money in your pocket, lower prices at the store, and relief for every St. Lucia. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right that wrong.
In St. Lucia today, too many families face impossible choices: medicine or groceries, treatment or tuition. Around the world, nations have already proven that national health coverage changes lives. The United Workers' Party will make it real here at home. National health insurance, $75,000 in coverage for every St. Lucian. No exception, no excuses. Because quality health care is not a privilege, it is your right. Save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right this wrong.
Too many young St. Lucians leave school with dreams they cannot afford to chase. That ends now. The United Workers' Party will deliver free tertiary education at Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, opening doors, unlocking potential, and giving every student a fair chance to succeed. Because when our young people rise, our nation rises with them. Together we will build a smarter and stronger St. Lucia for all with free tertiary education. Save our St. Lucia. Together we will right the wrong.
For years, families in the South have been forced to pay for dam dredging at the John Compton Dam, even though they don't receive a drop of water from it. That injustice ends when the United Workers' Party returns to office. We will remove the dam dredging fee for Southern residents, because you should never have to pay for a service you don't receive. Fairness, justice, respect for every St. Lucian, no matter where you live. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
Every trip to the gas station has become a burden. For 4 long years, St. Lucians have paid more than they should, draining pockets, raising prices on everything from groceries to bus fares. The United Workers' Party says enough is enough. Within the first 30 days, we'll reduce fuel prices, bringing real relief to families, drivers, and businesses. Because a break at the pump is a break for every St. Lucia. Save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
Too many guns are slipping into our country. Too many families live with fear. The United Workers' Party will put a stop to it. We will reintroduce strong border control and expand the canine unit. More trained dogs, more patrols, more protection. Every weapon stopped at the border is a life saved. Every bullet intercepted is a community kept safe. This is about defending our home, protecting our children, and restoring peace to St. Lucia. Let's save our St. Lucia. Together, we will right the wrong.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to make a start. Tout soldat, flambeau, point pas devant. I want to see you in the front here. The time has come. Be ready. Are you ready? Come front, come in front. Let me see you, let me feel you. Those of you who are seated under the tents, I'd ask that you just stand for a moment, because as we always do, we are going to start with our national anthem. And I have on stage here a soloist who's going to play instrumentally, who's going to play the national anthem for us. So please stand at attention. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, messieurs et dames, pas fait en élection ça là. Moi pas vle ouais moun pas derrière là, moi vle moun devant moi ici. Tout moun qui saouye, tout moun qui pas ouais, tout soldat flambeau moi vle ouais devant ici. That is it. We will start our proceedings tonight with some entertainment. But before we do, I have not done one very important thing that we always do in every session of ours. We always begin with a word of prayer, and I would like to call on this time Gemma Williams, who will lead us in prayer, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus, come. Come, Jesus, come. Come in our hearts. Come in our lives. Come in our minds. And remain with us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, we thank you for life. We thank you for bringing us here safe. We thank you for the energy that we have. We thank you for our party. We thank you for our community, Babonneau, and St. Lucia at large. We thank you, and we ask you to let us have you and take you as our leader and first in our lives. Transform our hearts. Convert us closer to you as we get closer to the date of election, and we will do the right. We ask you to touch us, fill us, and help others who are confused, others who do not know what to do. We ask you, Lord, to touch their hearts and put the cross at the right place. Lord Jesus, touch us. Fill us as a nation and transform us as we get closer to you. This we ask in your name. Amen.
Thank you very much, Gemma. And our people say, Amen. Before we begin with our speeches, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a little bout of entertainment. And so, I will bring you the Kapesh Solo Group who will give us some entertainment right now.
Ulo! Titus, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour votre baou. Titus, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour votre baou.
Titus, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour votre baou.
Titus, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour votre baou.
Titus, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour votre baou.
Titus, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour votre baou.
Titus, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour votre baou.
Titus, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour votre baou.
Titus, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour votre baou.
Titus, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour votre baou.
Titus, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour votre baou.
Rock me duck, me duck, rock me duck, me duck, rock me duck, me duck, boom!
Bonsoir. Nous tous sommes à Babonneau. Maman et Babonneau sont Paris. Eh bien bon, comme ça nous c'est campé solo groupe, nous venons pour supporter, nous venons pour entertainer comme nous. On allez, la Jane. À tous les cas. Aïe aïe aïe. Aïe. Mini là. Moi kay Martinique. Si moi pas vivre. Bonne kay là-bas moi. Mettez ma côte là. Bonne maman couche là. Bye papa fils là. Bye c'est stove là. Bye frère moi sablé. Aïe aïe aïe. Mini là. Campès. Babonneau. Aïe aïe aïe. Moi kay Martinique. Si moi pas vivre. Bonne kay là-bas moi. Mettez ma côte là. Bye maman couche là. Bye papa fils là. Bye c'est stove là. Bye frère moi sablé. Aïe. Mini là. Aïe aïe aïe. Aïe. Mini. Aïe, aïe, aïe. Aïe. Mini là. Il y a d'un. Aïe, aïe, aïe. Moi, quand il m'a dit, dis-moi pas vivre. Bonne caille là-bas, moi. Mettez ma côté, bye maman couche là. Bye papa fridge là. Bye c'est stock là. Bye frère moi ça y est. Mini là. Aïe. Jack, bro.
Oulé!
Oi, c'est mon nom. Nous attendons. Mais oui, aïe, aïe, aïe. Oui. C'est mon nom, vieux président. Regardez ça. Moi, je suis en vérité. Il mettait mon toit à dire Mary qui noie. Là, les personnes qui annoncent Mary. Hey, c'est ça. Oui, Mary. Aïe, Mary.
Oui, Mary.
Vous ne passez si haut.
Oui, Mary.
Mary.
Oui, Mary.
Ah, Mary.
Oui, Mary.
Et maintenant, vous tout comme ça.
Oui, Mary.
Et maintenant, vous tout comme ça.
Oui, Mary.
Oui, Mary.
Oui, Mary.
Mary.
Oui, Mary.
Et maintenant, vous tout comme ça.
Oui, Mary. Oui, Mary.
Et maintenant, vous tout comme ça.
Oui, Mary.
Oui,
Mary.
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 Et maintenant, vous tout comme ça.
Mary.
Hey!
Mary.
Watch it!
Mary.
Et maintenant, vous tout comme ça.
Mary.
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 Et maintenant, vous tout comme ça.
Mary.
Mary.
Mary. Mary.
Et maintenant, vous tout comme ça.
Mary. Mary.
Et maintenant, vous tout comme ça.
Mary.
Ah, watch it!
Mary.
Et maintenant, vous tout comme ça.
Mary.
Hey!
Mary.
Aïe!
Mary.
Et maintenant, vous tout comme ça.
Mary.
Bravo, tout comme ça.
Mary.
Et maintenant, bravo, tout comme ça.
Mary. Mary.
Mary.
Mary. Mary.
Et maintenant, vous tout comme ça.
Mary. Mary.
Et maintenant, vous tout comme ça.
Mary.
Mary.
Mary. Vero, uba madite kako, umete top sikadai.
Aïe! Nathan! Pero! Oui, maman! Bébé! Pero! On va me dire kako! Vous mettez ton cicada!
Bébé, Vero, uba madite kako, umete top sikadai.
Angele! Pero! Nakuye! Pero! Mama! Suwe! Pero! Di!
Vero, uba mani dekako, umede dom sikada.
Na tele Vero, maka Vero, mama suwa Vero di, imete to sikada.
Vero, uba mani dekako, umede dom sikada.
Na kuye Vero, na tele Vero, mama suwa Vero di, imete to sikada.
Vero, uba mani dekako, umede dom sikada.
Watch it, wait, ay. Wait, mama.
Vero, uba mani dekako, umede dom sikada.
Na kuye Vero, na tele Vero, mama suwa Vero di, imete to sikada.
Vero, uba mani dekako, umede dom sikada.
Oh,
Watch it! Vero, uba mani dekako, umede dom sikada.
na kuye Vero, na tele Vero, mama suwa Vero di, imete to sikada.
Vero, uba mani dekako, umede dom sikada.
Stand by, oi.
Rock pitak, go!
Thank you very much, Capesh Solo Band. Messieurs et dames, beauté musique solo. Premier Noël là, Kylie, 1er décembre. Avec l'autre Noël là, nous caïni 25 décembre. Ça caille en bon Noël. Parce que nous caïni en gouvernement neuf. Bon, moi, apprends comme ça, Virginia Albert Hen Commission sur y parti. Mais moi, je veux Jean Babonneau, Baye Stéphane Commission avec dit pas vini. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to begin our proceedings in earnest right now. But I got a message saying to me, the people at the back there, for them to come forward, they must get a proper welcome. Now I cannot do that. So I must call on someone who knows the right Babonneau welcome to give you that welcome so that I can have all the people at the back here in front there. So I'd like to call now on Miss Nicole Jihad, who will do the welcome address right now.
Mamãe Flabo! É super way! Satebo. Now I would like all our Babonneau people to come forward because we are in Babonneau. Ain't it? Mamãe Flabo! I would like to say good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and all our United Worker Party supporters, and most of all, our future parliamentary reps of the United Workers Party. It is my honor to welcome each and every one of you to this gathering. A gathering not just of people, but believers in progress as champions of opportunity, progress, and as defenders of the values that always guide the united dream of a better future. And tonight, we carry that mission forward. We come together as one family, united, committed, and ready to push our country to new heights. In this room, as individuals from all walks of life, especially young, eager for opportunity, hard-working citizens seeking for fairness, elders who have carried touch for decades, and new supporters who believe in the vision that we offer. To all of you, welcome. You are the heartbeat of this movement, and without you, the journey forward would not be impossible. Meet the challenge ahead. Together we will inspire hope where there is doubt. Together.
Un gouvernement comme premier ministre qui a cette lycée. Où ça bougla d'or actuellement ici qui a moun? Yo di moi dit après élection il a fait prime minister. Qui mania ou ça bay moun ça ou pas ni? Chasse qui a prime minister pas ou. So ou pas ni pièce prime minister pour bay personne. Parce que nous, Jean Saint-Lucie, we the people are going to decide our next government. And we have made the decision that the next government of St. Lucia will be the government of the United Workers' Party led by Alan Michael Chasney. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring you a member of the Babonneau constituency branch to address you right now. I would like to call on Miss Lyra James, and I want you to give her a warm Babonneau welcome.
Bonsoir, Mamai Babonneau. Bonsoir, Mamai Flambeau. Bonsoir, moi venu pour dou, qui moun qui Titus Preville. Parce que John Paul dit, il un parachute qui te mène Babonneau. Bon, moi kay dou qui moun qui Titus Preville, puisque moi connais Titus Preville en tout ça il te fait. OK? Titus Preville, c'est ici monsieur Preville et puis maman ici posé chaque côté un crowd là. OK? Mautina c'était grand-maman. Moi connais lui même qu'on de la même moi. Là où c'est les bas qui viennent qui les autres là. Même manière yote dou Dr. Michael lui pas te sorti Babonneau. Zote quoi ça et pas votre bail. Mais hodia moi ka one Jean Babonneau. Nous pas parler pour ce bêtise ça là. Nous laisse ça. Nous laisse ça. Moi pas connaître John Paul. Mais moi si moi connaître monsieur Titus Preville. Titus Preville prend part en dedans tout ça qui était qu'à prendre coup Babonneau. Il prend part en bas tellement, il c'est un jeune homme, ça c'est un jeune homme, mais il était en toute bagaille qui prend coup en l'église là. Là nous t'es qu'à raise fund pour faire multi-purpose center. Titus Preville était là. Il pas jamais allé. Là il allait c'est là indiqué quoi. Because a man without education pas ça représente Jean Babonneau. Ou pas ni représentation ou pas qu'à représenter. Bon, Titus Preville c'est un youth Catholic church. Ouais, jeune petit monsieur ça. Regardez bien, il était un youth un bail Catholic. Un jeune petit monsieur qui là, un chat idiot pas il fait ça. Un chat idiot pas il fait ça. Monsieur Titus Preville, c'est qu'à tout prayer group qui tient Babonneau, Mr. Preville a dit. C'est un homme qui vient, qui ça dit venir, et ça pas vrai. Et monsieur ça, me cadeau, on the 2nd of December, il caille by un chay moun kaka de l'eau. Ça y'a pas qu'à expect là, c'est ça qui caille fait. Et me cadeau, we run the show. Ou est show à même, nous qui run. Dernière élection, yo pate vote ban nous. Mais, coup ça là, n'a pas ou nom toujours, n'a pas quantité ça là, monsieur ça. Monsieur ça a koui comme marathon qui gagne. Monsieur ça ou qui là. Moun de celui qui organise you volleyball Babonneau. Li, et pas quoi il pas de gavier et puis un trophée là était parti. C'est un monde qui a dépendé. Ça pas pièce moun 20 c'est moun vieux. Parachute par la Dieu monsieur. Titus Preville at no time. Because he was there from youth. So comment y a parachute par la Dieu at? Monsieur Titus Preville a tête tout quid show qui n'aime Babonneau, tout ça qui fait Babonneau, il était là. So comment y a parachute mené? Qui est parachute mené? Maman il flabo. Est d'autres power. Est d'autres power. Bon, zot power, c'est pas les fils là. Zot power, c'est on the first, là où j'ouvre, pas prédité où, pas moi c'était bien, I vote. Et là où fini vote, ou nous kay regarder qui manière hier. Mais ngay dou babay, juste à Babonneau kay ni en jouve. Nous kay ni en jouve because we run the show. Monsieur Preville organize youth, Monsieur Preville toute competition. Et la fani yon competition. En Titus, il allait à un yen. Il pas qu'à vivre avec un trophy. Ça c'est un homme qui a une mission. Et que nous pas te là, il a indiqué quoi. So moi pas ça savent comment il parachute là, quand parachute là sorti et quoi drop là. Moi même quoi parachute là drop monsieur John Paul parce que maté connaître lui, ma connaître lui et ma vle connaître lui. Ma connaître lui, ma vle savent. So nous quand même de hot souple. Pas oublier, la moi d'où ça? Bon Dieu, m'a voulu ça, c'est pas ça. C'est pas ça doit chaud. Moi, pas qu'à voir bien pièce côté. Nous pas qu'à faire ça. Babonneau pas qu'à faire ça. Là, il veut aller. Il peut y aller, because quand quoi nous qu'à y là, il peut y courir. Et qu'il pas qu'à jamais dit, Titus sort, parachute de Titus ça. Là, je parle de track and field. Monsieur Titus Preville dans du dingue. Moi, de monsieur Titus Preville, et une fois, moi qui cours pli, et kagoué track and field Babonneau. So, nous pas de nonsense. We don't have no nonsense man there. We have a real man. Nous n'y a un même. Nous pas de pescochon. Et moi, quand dis autres. Monsieur Titus a représenté. Il était juste debate. C'est un homme qui était debate. Now, où ça veut un homme qui debate? Chaque fois, like I dit à gosse à l'école là. Et il ça explain quoi? C'est pas pour dire qu'il juste dit et qu'il pas ça il a dit. Et qu'il a debate pour juste d'aimer. Monsieur Titus. Quoi il m'a même oui. Oh. Non ouais. Monsieur ça monsieur compo ouais. Ça pas monsieur qui me roro. Un chay ba yo kay di non pas dit ça, m'a vle moun di c'est ça qualité moun na monsieur Titus Preville. So là ouais ou tan lot moun na malame noy, lot moun na kay di parachute drop li. Ou est cause of ka doubout là kay maman moitié. Et Titus Preville te make sure lay kay l'école. Il doubout kay maman moi et c'est un monde qui aime grand monde. Il a doubout kay maman moi, il a boire de l'eau et qui kay l'école. Là il a vie, il a passé un show. Madame John Paul côté a crié un show. Madame ko ki tubaku. Madame côté qui tubaku. Madame côté qui show a ko nous kamegui avec zikak. Madame côté radio Saint-Louchette yé. So là il a dit parachute drop moun. Moi plus quoi parachute drop li. Mais on soit nous pas jet mais maman là on ka 10 autres. Pas jamais faire mistake ça moi dormi 3% dîner. Moi hay dormi 3% dîner. Moi vle gouvernement moi vier en power. Et moi vle monsieur Titus en latou et monsieur Chasney c'est prime minister. So nous en goût quoi nous. Nous savons toute la nous vendez du soir et nous assurer La lundi vini, nous kay vie him pli la pour ma poche nous pour nous boire pli. Do not let him down. Pas quitter Titus à terre. Titus c'est real moun nan. Et ngado depuis mwende il y a votre combien d'années Titus. Où ça Misia qui dit parachute la drop Titus là. Il dit peut-être jamais un flambeau, il s'était toujours en les bas. Il dit il s'était toujours en là. Où est manière c'est les bas a menti. Mais il était venu pour il était venu il traîne nous qu'on wild goats nous là qu'on cabrit marron et puis si nous te sélecté mais dit il passe à jamais and I repeat never moi dit never ever représenter Jean Babonneau. I don't know him anyway nous pas ni j'attends maman il flabo zot parole bonsoir avec bien bon enjoy ko hot ek vieux au mot safe parce que moi chay moun ki drôle là. Merci.
Thank you very much, Lyra. Messieurs et dames, a round of applause for Lyra. The driver of 1965, you left your headlights on. But by what c'est juste ça, tout temps UWP pour qu'on pas pas gaspiller batterie ou comme ça. The driver of 1965, you left your headlights on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a cause. We have a decision that we have made, and now is the time to put that decision into effect, and now is the time to ensure that on Liberation Day, we put in the government of our choice. Nous hawe misè pour un haut l'année, il est pour nous délivrer comme nous, sorti de wall le 1er décembre, et faire assurer ou mettre ti quoi, bon flambeau. Because comes December 1st, Labour Party will go. Labour Party have to go. And Labour Party must go. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call on our next speaker. I would like to call on the mobilization officer for the Babonneau constituency. And, moi dis Babonneau, c'est ça qu'on s'est créé les Titus. I would like to call on Miss Miley Clifford, who will address you. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Miss Clifford.
Babonneau, are you ready? Babonneau, are you ready? Now is the time. The bell has rung. We all know the date. There is no time for doubts. We must be ready. 1st of December. Don't be scared. Come out and vote. Babonneau, we need change. St. Lucia, we need change. Change is required. Babonneau has been neglected for the past 4.5 years. And it is time for us to say, enough is enough. We cannot take it anymore. And Babonneau, we can do it. Babonneau, we can do it. Mr. Titus Preville cannot do it. We have to do it. And when we do it, he will be the one to give us the quality representation that Babonneau needs. Babonneau, the choice is in our hands. We have to choose, and we have to choose wisely. Babonneau, I know last election you made the wrong choice. And I know, Babonneau, you regret the choice that you made. But that's the past. Right now we're thinking about the present. And the present is here. And we have to make it a reality. We have to right the wrong in Babonneau. We have to right the wrong in St. Lucia.
Babonneau, let me remind you, let me just take you back just a little bit. Just to make you realize when SLP is in Babonneau, Babonneau doesn't progress. We're starting back. Remember, Babonneau was developing so good under Mr. Ezekiel Joseph. He built all the little houses just across the police station. These little houses could create employment for different families, for the young people of Babonneau. When Alvina Reynolds won, what did she do with the power that she had? She used it for wickedness, Babonneau. We know it. We saw it. She took out all the little houses. And where are they now? We don't even know. That means she took out bread from the people of Babonneau. Iti-epe abushno. Ek Babonneau, we realize, de la konti je Babonneau tet yo towed. Tet je Babonneau towed. Zot vie electe, monsieur Ezekiel Joseph. Il vini, il travaille, il fait chimé, il fait bagay, zot wè sa il fait, zot still meyate, et got electe a lot failure. Il fait tellement, parti il faille. Babonneau, zot pa ka hot pou tiye ko zot a ba misè. Babonneau tiye ko zot a ba misè. Actuellement, yo ka vwe John Paul, il paye ni non prit la, mais il pas prit la. Il paye même non ek prit la. Pas quoi Léo dit John Paul il a vini ko prit, il pas prit. Ek ma pedi, il pas rien par opportunité. Parce que moi c'est member of executive à Babonneau. Et puis il voit lettre pour monter pour Babonneau. Et puis il dit moi. Parce que ma paye, ils savent, il dit moi. Pour support lui. Because il a monté pour UWP à Babonneau. Et puis il dit moi. That SLP pas boyo ni pour aller, nous ni pour ouais that SLP sortir power. Mais because il pas hen bagay manier, actuellement il say Tarzan is swing. Il swing. Et puis actuellement, il vini la kay moi John Paul sou gagade, Moussa vous gagade. Ou vini la kay moi shop moi. Et qui dit moi but I not there. I go with me. John Paul you lie. John Paul, you lie. You will never see that. I'm not like you. I don't want to be like you. I don't want to be like you. It only takes you and you alone to be like you. And let me tell you, a man like that is not trustworthy. People of Babonneau, John Paul is not trustworthy. We cannot put Babo in the hands of John Paul. They said John Paul for all, but I tell you it's John Paul for Paul. John Paul is for himself. It is John Paul for Paul. This man is checking for himself and himself alone. Babonneau, we have to say no. Babonneau, we have to say no. And the no we're saying is not just saying no. We have to go 1st of December and vote for Mr. Leo Titus Preville. That is where we will say no. That is where we will answer the SLPs. When they say flabo waje, mo waje. Because by pekale bien pay sa. Leo di flabo waje ya rara. Moi sa flabo mo waje mo rara. Parce que ça ga waset ici, c'est bay qui pa ka faire science, c'est menti. Menti, Lieutenant Prime Minister ka promet. Yo jou VAT free. Mama I said ici, let me tell you something. I dis some Prime Minister I ban la because I have ki jouer avec ma singa in la. Because si jou ay kouye la man la ça ngay fait. Si hot pan la ça hot kay fait. Let me tell you Saint Lucia. If you give a man a fish, he will eat for a day. But if you teach a man how to fish, he will eat every day. Ki sa aussi me, un homme ka vini ba yo jou VAT free. Eh bien, le gouvernement a vie mené VAT la descendre pour 12.5%. Et puis, tous les jours, ou kay l'argent pour chou. Tous les jours, kay l'argent pour chou. Parce que là, on a un supermarket là, puis groceries kay plus bas. Là, on a la gas station là, puis gas kay plus bas. So, ça aussi, mais,
Mahe pour yon jour, eh bien mahe tous les jours. Ask yourself this question, St. Lucia. Ask yourself this question. Don't be fooled by this Labour Party. Pas fait qu'on hot couillon par Labour Party. Moutier Labour Party that hot se moun qui ni common sense. Et toutes ces matissas, ce de pas qu'à accepter. Il dit qu'il y a civil servant qui sa bonus. Il va bali avant il y a élection. So il veut vote. Et bribe so s'ouvre les bonus là. Vote ba moi et clairement te ngay ba bonus là. Excellent adayo. Là yo tan nom ça ka parler tout là. Ouais, moi me dit yo pas attendre just ka di oui. Parce que ou pas attendre bay ko han et ko ka hele ouais. So is que ça est ça sans fret. So moi obligé vote ba ou pour moi hen ça moi ha travail pour. Quand c'est gouvernement ça. Qui quand gouvernement ça. Mais moi ka dou oswaya Babonneau etc ici. Nous ni un team nom et puis femme qui a fait science, qui a parlé pour assistance, et puis on y plan pour cette ici. Et ça c'est ces jeunes hommes et puis femmes à the parti Flamboa. We have young men and women with a vision for St. Lucia. And they feel the pain of the people of St. Lucia. And Babonneau, we have somebody that feel our pain, that knows what it takes to make Babonneau better. We have Mr. Preville for progress in Babonneau. And we have to give him that opportunity to represent us. Don't just come and say, oh, the party win. How can Flabo win if you don't vote? Allez jouer élection, c'est ti quoi qu'à compter. Parole pas qu'à compter. Go crowd pas qu'à compter. Ti quoi qu'à compter. So levez bonnet et votez. Si vous avez Babonneau, même si vous n'avez pas voté Babonneau, n'importe quoi qui a voté là, votez by Flamboa. Nous voulons cette ici, a Jean. We want a yellow Christmas. St. Lucia, we want a yellow Christmas. This year is a year for a yellow Christmas. And St. Lucia, we can make it happen. It is possible. Don't listen when you hear the Prime Minister say he's taking 17 knots. You think that is on a shelf and he can go and purchase that? That 17 seats lies in the hands of each and every St. Lucian. And we have to make the right choice. Come out and vote. Vote wisely. Choose wisely. And you will not regret it. Bye-bye, Flabo! Bye-bye, Flabo!
Thank you very much, Miley. That was a powerful presentation, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to announce to you the arrival of our next Prime Minister of St. Lucia, the man Alan Michael Shasti. Give him that Babonneau welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, what's the code? What's the code? Yellow is. That's right. You know, we just heard Miley tell us that John Paul said that he is for all. Monsieur le moun ka parle, écoutez bien. Si vous vote by John Paul, ça y vle dou la, John Paul pa kay fait for all. Écoutez ça, moi, ka dire, pas dit ça m'a dit. Moi, dis, si vous vote by John Paul pas kay fait for all. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we go into the heavy hitters, let's take a little break. I notice you warming up. Tivan akadesan bien foué. Isam Noël Salah, si nous pas ni à flambeau, bagay kay freeze set ici. And I love it when Miley said, this Christmas, we are having a yellow Christmas. But before I call on some entertainment to warm you up, the captain just arrived. And you gave him a warm round of applause. But I also want to acknowledge the members of his team, ladies and gentlemen. I have here, from Castries North, the man who will be deposing Stevenson King. Stephen February, next parliamentary representative for Castries North. Bon. Bon, namla ki di ikay bay moun prime minister. Ou ba di pes prime ministership pou bay person. Because nou ka pon prime ministership la la moun nou ka bay Alan Chastain. E de kou sav ki moun kay fe asiwe sa fet. La ni an nom isi yo ka kwe Peter Chico, the next parliamentary representative for Castries East. Ladies and gentlemen, enough corruption in this country. And the captain, the man spearheading all the corruption, is a man called Ernest Hiller. Bon, Hiller, pour nous tirer monsieur nettement à gouvernement cette ici. The man who will do that job and accomplish that mission for us, Tommy Descat, the next parliamentary representative for Castries South. Ladies and gentlemen, nous allons un team yet plus bas to the south. And we have here with us Ben for the Den. And the man who will be bringing back the Den receipt to the United Workers' Party, the next representative for Denry South, Benson Emil, Ben for the Den. Okay, we are having a little showers of blessings. But like I always tell you, sa pokol la pli pou ten flamboa. I gay pou top pli pe sa. Anto maska vini baga ten flambo sa la. So ladies and gentlemen, mate même ouais. Monsieur, là ni deux candidats m'ont introduit sur la plateforme là, deux. Bon, nous parlons about corruption. Adam Gozile ni Tiboub. Nous avons une chance pour entrer un gouvernement, il dit une chance pour ça représenter nous. Tiboub là à 3 ans. Tiboub là sorti pour un bouc, il a pour mener l'audience pour soigner ici. Et actuellement, vous avez un multimillionnaire. Bon, nous avons des affaires nous Gozile. C'est là ça n'a pas fait encore. Because we know a man who has to be taken to court to feed his children is a man with no love. Lord, je vais on la plateforme qui parle about love. Love. Et Lisa Kito, ou Dieu te love Lisa Kito. Lisa Kito pour qui amène à ses femmes. Avec, si on est pour aller l'audience, pour ça d'accord, pour soigner issue, ça pas encore love. The only person Kenson Casimir loves is himself. And that is why he spent the last 4 years taking care of himself. But that will come to an end. And the person who will bring that to an end is a self-made person who is accomplished, who is competent, who has what it takes, who didn't come to take, but instead to serve. Mrs. Marcella Johnson, the next parliamentary representative for the constituency of Grosile. The Tiger Woman. Now let me see. I have a quiz. Now only people from Babonneau must answer that question. Who is the next parliamentary representative for the constituency of Babonneau? Who is the next parliamentary representative for the constituency of Babonneau? Ladies and gentlemen, we have him here. Titus Preville, who is the man that will do it for you. And of course, the man who will be leading the pack, the proven leader with a vision and a track record, Alan Michael Chastain, your next Prime Minister. Ok, monsieur, ça vient sur dans l'appli à passer. Moi, nous l'appli ça pour qu'on l'appli pour une flamboie. So we're going to take a little break for some entertainment, ladies and gentlemen, because the rain is trying to put a damper on the event tonight, but we're going to keep it warm And so to hot it up, I would like to call on the stage. Let's say speaker let's say platform. Let's say perform say stage. I would like to call on stage Rambo to entertain you right now. Calling Rambo.
Mamai Flabo! Dancer, low. Who's 5 years I pass on the labor. Philip give we a break. Like your cocoa tea missing sugar. But with Flabo we more complete. Real thing. Now fingers up. From you agree with me when I say labor must go. Fingers up. Them man destroy Lucian love bring the ghetto you slow. Pull up that DJ. Pull up that. I want to say good night to everybody from Babonneau. Big up Mr. Titus Preville. Nula. Dancer. Let go. Missing sugar. But with Flabo we more complete. Real thing. Now fingers up. From you agree with me. Let me see the fingers. Let me see it. Fingers up. Them man destroy Lucia love bring the ghetto youth low. Cause the result they get is from the seed that they sow. Hear that? Red could never get me vote. Vote for Shasne. What? Come together, make St. Lucia sweet again. Whole day is yellow, they see it. What we doing? Vote for Shasne. Shuffling it over. Mable gouvernement sala, shuffling it over. Raise your flabo real higher, down to the ground. They drag Mother Lucia. In you we say Mamaila. Nujala se pileba. Go. Hard for me to concentrate. I feeling labor pain in my veins. One vote, that is all it takes. Happy when you're gone, my flabo. Fingers up. From you agree with me when I say labor must go. Fingers up. Them man destroy Lucia love bring the ghetto youth low. Cause the result they get is from the seed that they sow. Hear that? Red could never get me vote. Vote for Shas. Come together, make St. Lucia sweet again. Whole day is yellow, they see it. What we doing? Vote for Shas. What? It have couple years we island there bleeding. People we can't take it again. What we doing? Shoje gouvernement sala, shuffling we. December 1st, what we doing? Mable gouvernement sala, shuffling it over. Raise the flabo little higher, down to the ground. They drag Mother Lucia. In your way say Mamaila. Nujala se pileba. Go. Was 5 years I pass on the labor. Philip give we a break. Dam and cocoa tea missing sugar. But with Shasne we more complete. Real thing. Pull up. Now, before I go, I want to big up my rep. I come in from Denry South. So big up to Babonneau and to Denry South. Yeah. Big up Benson Emil same speed. So you know I have to sing Benson National Anthem. DJ, where you there? Yo! Dancer! My flabo! What we doing? Bend for the den. Bend for the den. Bend for the den. Zotan, let's go. Alright. Mama Denry, nous shall la sele. Li me la kaye kavini, tout ensemble nous ye. Yo la ka fe bagay en kous, pour kenezye. Pis that election presque bout, pour sa batch balé. Si kwa nou ka chwe yo, index finger en yo. Se chwe chaboka. Chasse ne mette ben en le yo. Yo fache when they see the yellow star batch bye bye. Ben hello. Chacun nou ek pale yo, mette star batch ade. I telling you. Mama, bend for the. I telling you, bend for the. Pourquoi c'est ça, but that no problem. I telling you, bend for the. Then mama, bend for the. I telling you, bend for the. What we doing? Take their money and bend them. Put them out and bend them. Show them the yellow and bend them. Election day we go end them. Take their money and bend them. Put them out and bend them. Show them the yellow and election day we go. Dancer. Fancy fence I to work, you can faire grand opening. The roof that on the field, shelter not sheltering. Manger multi à the course. T'as les belles la carring, tout côté c'est contract. Flabo people not eating, point them out. Me, yo, la, yonde. Point them out and me, yo, la, yonde. Hard labor. I telling you, me, yo, la, yonde. Point them out on me, yo, la. Yonder labor scavenger, I telling you, bend for the mama, bend for the den. I telling you, book was a star, but that ain't no problem. I telling you, bend for the den. Bend for the, I telling you, bend for the. Zotan, take their money and bend them. Vote them out and bend them. Show them the yellow one. Election day we go end them. Take their money and vote them out and show them the yellow one. Election day we go. Tansa, tansa. Babonneau avec Jordan nous ja la sele. Li men la kaye ka vini. Tansa, yo la ka fe bagay en kous. Pis that election presque bout pour yo. Parle me, si quoi nous ka chwe yo. Index finger en se yo. Chwe flabo ka chwe yo. Chasse te mette ben nan le yo. Yo fache ne si di yellow. Ben hello. Try kenen nou ek pale yo. What we doing? I telling you, beg for the my flabo.
Thank you very much, Rambo. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the man Rambo. You'll get some Rambo. You'll get some more Rambo later. Well, Moon just can't wait. Moon just can't wait. Well, Chalma must. Wait. You know what I suspect? I suspect you all had an oil change. Hot take hours in Nagome Benzin. Chalma Kavini show, and I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, things are just hotting up. We are ready for this election because we've been asking them to ring the bell for a long time. And now that Philip Pierre has rung the bell, I know for whom the bell tolled. That is the end of Philip Pierre and the St. Lucia Labour Party. Philip Pierre said, because he wants to buy your votes, he said to the public servants, if he wins this election, they are going to get $500 bonus. Well, Philip Pierre, you don't have to win no election. They are going to get $500 bonus because when Uncle Shas becomes the Prime Minister, they will not just get $500 bonus, but every year, public servants will get a bonus. And when the economy gets better, in the years ahead, I expect it to be $5,000 bonus. No baga jouer, no baga faire blague. No baga faire blague. Ladies and gentlemen, Philip Pierre promised you 1 day VAT-free if he win the election. You know, that's clearly a desperate man who see no way out, no way going to win. So, c'est même quand tu book family qui te fait tout qualité promet. You promise in St. Lucian 1 day VAT, ebe ustav sa nou ka fait. On Sunday, I want you to come to the boulevard. And I'm going to lead that charge. We're going to make a request of our new government. Before Christmas, when they form the government, we're not asking for 1 day VAT-free. We want a whole week VAT-free. So, pavi next gimmick sa bukwa kay gen election sa. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call to the podium at this point in time our party chairman, the man Terrell Prudent. Put your hands together and give him the Babonneau welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
If you're the kind who takes the time to help a stranger in the rain, there's a place for people like you. If you stand up for those down on their knees and lend a voice to those who cannot speak, if you shine a little light, give sight to the ones who've lost their way, there's a place for people like you.
Mama Flamo! A super. This evening, I'm back in Babonneau because I was just in Babonneau last weekend with your next district representative, Titus Preville. This is a man who is a serious person. This is a man who has Babonneau on his mind. And this is a man that will make the best district representative since Alan Bousquet. And I can guarantee you that. Because Titus Pangoso, Titus Pangowash, but is a very intelligent and educated man who understands the needs of the people of this community, and he'll deliver. Kocheban Flambeau, ou bagay jeme ni pou kouye mwen di mwen Titus pa vini check zot, because I know I don't have to say anything to him. He will be there with you all the way. Now let's talk business. This evening, I want to welcome each and every one of you here this evening. And the reason why I am saying I want to welcome you, had it not been for you, 4.5 years of consistent support of Alan Chasney and the United Workers' Party, we would not have been here this evening. And when we fought the demons within the St. Lucia, within our own party, today all those who wanted to wreck our party, where are they? They're gone. They're gone. It's okay. Labour can have them. Because we're in a better place without the corruption, what they were trying to do to our party, and the level of division they wanted to instill within this United Workers' Party. Are you with me? Good. Now, we have 18 days to go, and these are very critical times for us. As your chairman, I'm not going to tell you that all will be well all the time in the next 18 days. There will be hiccups. There will be mountains to climb. There will be valleys that you have to travel, rivers to cross. But I promise you, at the end of the line, the United Workers' Party will form the next government of this country. I say to you, because I am full of confidence in terms of the amount of work we have done and the amount of support that you have given to us, because we belong to you. We're not doing what we want to do. Alan Shasta cannot do what he wants to do. We will do what you want us to do. And this is what you call leadership. And this is what you call real representation. Now this evening, I want to give you 4 compelling reasons. And the rest of St. Lucia who are watching this live tonight, I want to give you 4 compelling reasons why you should support the United Workers' Party. I think we have Guy coming in. Give him a big hand of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The right guy. The right guy. Give him a very big hand. We will wait for him. Our deputy political leader, Guy Joseph, give him a very big hand. The right guy. The only guy. The guy of all ages. The guy who once again will become the district representative of Castries Southeast. We want to give him a very big hand. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very good. Where's Guy? Come around. Come around. Where? Tout parti ni loyo. Guy say Lord no. You understand that? Tout parti ni Jamayo. Guy say Jamanu. Ugopon. So leaving in Ukabali and Shai Westpay. Ugopon? Yes. We have to give him a lot of respect because he's our gold, he's our treasure. Ladies and gentlemen, Guy Joseph! That's right. The right man. The right guy. That's right. The next district representative for Castries Southeast. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, like I said, I am going to give you tonight 4 compelling reasons why you should vote for the United Workers' Party. I want to give St. Lucia 4 compelling reasons why they should vote for the United Workers' Party. And the first one is, when in 60 years of the UWP's formation, whenever we form the government of this country, we have never tried to divide this country based on race. Are you with me? UWP has never tried to divide this country based on race. We know, even if it's a UWP government, we know how to be the government of all the people, not just for our people. Are you with me? And this is what makes us unique. This is what makes us different as a party. Whether you say Noir, whether you say Kouli, whether you say Carib, whether you Blanc, as far as we're concerned, you are St. Lucian. Are you with me? And this is what's good about a United Workers' Party government. So you can expect, when we come to office, we will not divide this country based on racial lines, but based on what is best in the interest of the people of this country. I will also give you the second compelling reason why you should vote for a United Workers' Party. We are the only party, écoutez ça bien bien, we are the only party in the history of St. Lucia to keep all of our electoral promises. We are the only party in the history of this country that have kept our electoral promises. Now, mavle ale through a whole shit. Lan bay la si telma flambeau fait. Ma même vla ale through whole shit la. But let us talk a little bit about some of our accomplishments. We're not going to go from 1964. We're just going because we know that we built this country. We are going from Alan Shastner's period, which is 2016 to 2021. Not just by that Antimiat, Panshai. In terms of the water supply improvements, we had projects and we brought water to areas like Labon. Thanks to Spider. Thank you very much. We brought water to Vieux-Sequi, Capitol Hill, Canaries, Millet, Belvedere, Vieux-Fort, Micoud South, Dennery, just name it. We brought all of these good things to this constituency. We kept our promises in 2016. On the agriculture, we had the new Volette livestock station. We gave 7 crop food import substitution for program that we brought in. We also gave over 300 duty-free vehicles to farmers here in this country under Alan Shastner and the United Workers' Party. In healthcare, we opened the OKEU. Pas oublier, OKEU that les babaka take care of our besoin. C'est flambeau qui ban nous l'hôpital Salah. Are you with me? We also opened the National Respiratory Hospital. We opened the Micoud Wellness Center, Ancillary. We did a whole bunch of things. We gave over 10 million, in debt that people had owed to the hospitals. We forgave those debts. That's what a United Workers' Party did in 2016 to 2021. In terms of investment, we brought about Digicel headquarters of the Eastern Caribbean. We brought it here, creating 300 jobs for the people of this country. We opened the Ojo Labs, and we probably Cabot, the same Cabot they're going and have a meal today. We brought Cabot to St. Lucia. And these are just a little bit of all the things that we did. In terms of education, we built the new Dennery Primary School, the new Schwarzel Secondary School, 8,000 tablets, 4,000 MIFI devices given to students and teachers. That's the amount of work that the United Workers' Party did. We also, in terms of the economy, the economic growth recorded in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, we did very well until COVID came. And guess what? When COVID came to St. Lucia, we were able to save lives and livelihoods. And under Alan Shastner, 400 people did not die under his care, but under Philip Pierre's care. That's how well we did. And that is a fact. In terms of tourism, we brought a lot of tourists here to this country. We did. With the expansion for cruise ships at Point Seraphine, we in Ancillary Beach Park, you also have Ancillary Mini Hotel. All of those things were done under a United Workers' Party government. And I have so many there that I don't even have to go through the whole heap of them, but I just want to give you a compelling reasons why you the second compelling reason why you should vote a UWP government, because at the end of the day, we keep our promises. And whatever Alan Chasney tells you in the next manifesto, believe you me, we are going to keep our promises to the people of this country. That's the difference between a United Workers' Party government and a UW and a St. Lucia Labour Party government. I want to move very quickly, and that is in the area of, one second, leadership. We have Alan Chasney as the leader of the United Workers' Party. We have Philippe Pierre as the leader of the St. Lucia Labour Party. Monsieur, à nous parler by sérieux ici. When you want to compare a leader, ou quoi Philippe Pierre sa doubout bo Alan Chasney? Est-ce ou quoi Philippe Pierre sa doubout bo Chasney? Now guess what? Forget the fact il ka bégaye. It's okay. Tout le monde pas fait pour parler clean. Mais menti, monsieur ka menti. Lies. Lies. And everything is a joke. He's a joker. So if the country is looking for a leader, a visionary leader, a person who has experience in world international travels, I am saying to you, Alan Chasney is our best bet to take this country forward. Are you with me? Finally, I want to talk about these elections. In the next 18 days, tomorrow is going to be 17, I want every one of you to take these last 17 days serious. I want you to call your candidates, your future district representatives, and ask them, how can I assist you? And when you come to assist them, do not ask them for money. Ask them how you can volunteer to make good things happen for your community and St. Lucia on a whole. Because when we put them there, there will be enough jobs for all of you to get a job. Are you with me? This is what we're fighting for. Not for the immediate, but for the future. This is the kind of work we are fighting for. Are you with me? And so, you put St. Lucia first before you put yourself first for $5, for $10, for a little $500, and it's gone. I am saying to you, I want you also not to only volunteer. Tonight, when you go home, check for your ID card. Ache ID cardu avant John Paul voye moun point ID cardu. Make sure uni ID cardu. Because nou ka deal ek voleur, nou ka deal ek tout kalte moun ki desperate an Labour Party a besoin. Ek pa kwe yo pas a fe anyen, yo ka fe an shay bagay in the next few days. So I'm asking you, make sure you have your ID card. Tomorrow, if you have not done that, make sure you to find out whether your names are on that list. Because si non pas là, that means you either vous choisir voter, eh ben, you tiwo completely as sur list là. So make sure those things that I have mentioned, that you do so. And in closing, let me say that there will be no division between us as Flambeaus. We have to hold each other. We have to stand up with each other. We have to fight for each other. We have to fight for our party. We have to fight for our country so that Alan Chasney can take St. Lucia to the promised land. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for our chairman, Mr. Thurl Prudent. And you know, we have to keep the heat because Mama Tibu don't want to forget this on it. Usa Babonneau preferred Pegosile. But Chalet Flamboa, Kai Chen Nushu. So, ladies and gentlemen, just to keep it warm, I'd like to call on stage another entertainer by the name of ASAP, ASAP. Because, you know, we have to win this election ASAP. So, ASAP, come and entertain our people for us. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, some entertainment at this time. And while we wait for ASAP, I just want to announce to you that we had the arrival of the next representative for Soufresh Fonsejac, Mr. Harold Stanislas. Let's give him a round of applause, please.
Check. Mama Flamo! Hold on, DJ. I just want to say good night to each and everybody inside of here. And I see come December 1st, I see 17 not. Don't mind them, they have 15 candidates, they missing 2 more. You understand? When I say I'm fed up with peep, all you feel is joke I'm making. I don't want to hate on peep, but sometimes I keep debating. Babonneau, the man say he for the youth. Development, 4-5 whole years. He neglect them, I sleep and I had a dream. Wake up and I make some vows. Soon as I walk through the door, I hear someone ball. I can do that again, Lord. We not floating labor again. People calling we name, Lord. We voting Flambeau to make a change. DJ, let it go. Mama Flambeau, instrumental. Flambeau, just start, vote up. Start, free up. Start, vote up. Hey. Flambeau, just start, vote up. Start, free up. Start, jump up. But Flambeau, we come to vote. 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 Flambeau, we come to pull up. Low. Hold on. All you remember what happened in Denrinoff? I come from all the way Denrinoff to be in Babonneau tonight. They say a particular young man pull his side firearm on a woman in Denrinoff, and his rep going on platform yesterday in Denry South, and he's saying that never happened. But little did they know, the clip is there. Play the rhythm again. Let me give them a freestyle now. Ha ha. Mrs. Bosla, de matishon la. Mrs. Bosla, de matishon la. Shonwa toaka. Shonwa toaka. Ou même après ça, ça me dit Mrs. Bosla, de matishon la. Mrs. Bosla, de matishon la. Shonwa toaka. Mama Flambeau, put one on in the air. Ça me dit c'est quoi? You ready to vote? You ready to vote? Put your hands and flags in the air, Mama Flambeau. 1, 2, 3, Flambeau. Hi! Flambeau, just start, vote up. Start, free up. Start, vote up. We will just stand up. Flambeau, just start, vote up. Hi! Start, free up. Start, jump up. If Dove was you know what Dove would have said? Elections is coming. A man is resigning. His name is Stevenson King. I not for. I will give them that freestyle again. And tomorrow night, catch it in Denrinoff. Mrs. Bosla, de matishon la. Mrs. Bosla, de matishon la. Shonwa toaka. Mama Flambeau. Evele MBO, the party name is Evele FLAMBO, the party name is Hush. Stop it. They say I only have 5 minutes, and I feel it's like 5 minutes for three. I need more. I cannot give you all everything tonight. They tell me I have to go show Zeldo. I have to go represent in show Zeldo. But listen to me carefully. And if they're watching me live on television, I was not, what was it, Mikud? I was not in Mikud, right? And they have saying on the mic, SL people saying, oh, they give me 5 grand. That means the grant, they give me 5 grand and I switch. I need that 5 grand because I can't find it. Up to now, I can't find the 5 grand because they say they give me 5 grand and I switch. But all of them that switch, trust me, after tomorrow Indian win off, they would not like it. Mrs. Bosla, Deba Wishonla, Mrs. Bosla, Deba Tishonla, Shonwa Twaka. Mama Flama!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for ASAP. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission. What is the code? What is the code? The code is? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, comes election day, 1st of December, Labour will go, Labour have to go, Labour must go. This time is all flambeau. So, ladies and gentlemen, we just heard the Denry segment artists. We just heard ASAP, how we big up our Bradley in Denry North. We heard when the previous artist Rambo came there, he big up his representative Ben from Denry South. But now it's time for me to big up our next parliamentary representative for our constituency of Grosile, ladies and gentlemen. But before I bring on my next parliamentary representative, I have a mission for her. I ain't asking for nothing much. They send in special prosecutor after people. Special prosecutor, you draw a salary for years doing nothing. All of a sudden, you want to secure your job and you think that's the way to do it? Turn two. After the election, you'll have work to do. Because the first order of business for the special prosecutor is to investigate and tell us where Kenson get all the wealth that he has accumulated in the last 3 years. So, ladies and gentlemen, I taking chances. We're not taking chances in Grosile because Kenson asked us to give him a chance. We're not playing lottery, we're not playing bingo. We're not giving no chances. We're going to elect people who can represent us and to ensure that we never have corrupt representatives like Ernest Hilaire, Richard Frederick, and Kenson Kazimi in our parliament again. Mrs. Marcella Johnson, I ask that you make the wrong. Marcella will right that wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for my next parliamentary representative, Marcella Johnson.
Marcella, come to look for you. Marcella, come to look for you. She's working, baby. She's working, baby. She's working, baby. Marcella, come to look for you. Marcella, come to look for you. She's working, baby. She's working, baby.
Bonsoir, my Babonneau. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is good to be here tonight with all my family, my Flabo Babonneau family. So tonight, I am here to support my brother, Titus Preville. I want to share a personal story about Titus that many of you don't know. Years ago, Titus Preville, this man, he taught me when I was at the University of the West Indies. And this man taught me microeconomics and macroeconomics. Yes, he taught me. But what stayed with me was not the formulas. No, it wasn't the formulas. It's how he taught economics and how he connected economics to everyday life. And he used to tell us, he used to tell his students, economics is not numbers. It is how a mother feeds her families. It is how a young person gets a chance. And it is how communities survive. That is what Titus Preville taught us. And you know what? He taught us that every time taxes rise, every time the cost of living goes up, every time a government mismanages, who suffers? It is you the people. You the people suffer and you the people feel the pain. Titus understands how policies affect everyday life. And Babonneau, this is the substance of a man that you are getting. A thinker, a teacher, a man who understands people, and a man who will fight for you. And this is why I am standing with Titus Preville, your representative for Babonneau. And I am proud to endorse him as the next parliamentary rep for Babonneau, Titus Preville. Someone who will fight for you, not forget you, and most importantly, will not switch on you. And we are led by a strong visionary man. Do you know who that man is? The next and best Prime Minister of St. Lucia. Who is he? The Honorable Alan Chasney. A leader with a vision. A leader who truly cares. And this man, he will move St. Lucia forward. He will move St. Lucia forward for you. And he will make St. Lucia rise again. Babonneau, I want to speak to you tonight, honestly, and you answer me. Are you better today than you were in 2019? Your groceries. Are you better off with your groceries? Your bus fares, your bread, your gas, your medication. Everything has doubled, and it is not your fault. You are working harder than ever, and it is not your fault. You know what has changed? That oppressive tax, that 2.5% levy that the Labour Party, led by Philip J. Pierre, has put on the backs of St. Lucians. That is what has changed. What has changed is that inflation is 5 times higher under this Labour administration. And what has changed is the gas prices, the bus fares, and the government keeps saying they care. But you know what? They are only making things harder and harder for you. When Alan Chasney was leading, He capped gas prices at $14.95 a gallon. But under this wicked Labour administration, we are paying $16.50 a gallon. Is that right, ladies and gentlemen? My brothers and sisters, yo ka chuke zenu. Yo vle tiwe zenu tout sa nou ni. Me yo pa y fey. Nou ka vini pou wanje bagay. When Alan was in office, he cut the VAT, but they added it back with the health and security levy. And you know what? That health and security levy, we have seen that crime is the worst it has ever been, and healthcare the worst it has ever been in this country. And when we get sick, what happens? When we get sick in this country, what happens? Long lines at our hospitals. No medication in the pharmacies. We have a shortage of doctors and nurses. And we have a hospital administrator. Listen to me. The hospital administrator saying to patients, do not come in until you are at death's doors. You hear me? Imagine a country where you must be dying before you can seek help. And this has been happening for years. Meanwhile, this government isn't doing a single thing to fix the fundamentals. You know, recently, this young man that I know from Labon, he sings in the secret band. He was very ill, and he went to the hospital. He couldn't afford the surgery or whatever treatment he needed. So his family had to plan a barbecue to raise funds for his medicals. And you know what? Before the barbecue could occur, God rest his soul, Masha passed away. This is a man that I knew. He passed away whilst before the barbecue could take place. And this is what has been happening in St. Lucia over and over and over. Many families in St. Lucia are feeling that pain. But you know what the Labour Party is doing? They are busy cutting ribbons and holding opening ceremonies for uncommissioned hospitals but cannot treat the sick. They cannot fill a prescription and they cannot save a life. Are these the people that you are putting the country in your trust? You know what you need to do? When a government has failed you, what must you do? Vote them out. When a government has failed you, what must you do? Vote them out. Because they do not care about you. They do not care about you. All they are concerned about is themselves. That is disrespect. That is a slap in the face of every St. Lucian. You deserve better. But rest assured, the United Workers' Party, under the leadership of the Honorable Alan Shastny, will do better for the people of St. Lucia. This election on December 1st is about one thing. Who has a plan to relieve the pressure? Let me hear you. Who has a plan to relieve the pressure on St. Lucians? The UWP. We will remove the 2.5% levy on everything. We will remove the 2.5% levy on everything. And you know what? We will lower the gas prices to ease the cost of living immediately for all St. Lucians. And for the first time ever in St. Lucia, every single St. Lucian, man, woman, and child will get access to health care of up to $75,000. So no longer would your families have to have barbecues.
No longer would your families have to die before they can before they can get that medical attention. No longer will you have to push your hands in your pocket to go to the hospital and to pay that bill. No longer would the elderly person have to make the decision of whether to buy groceries or whether to cut their medication in half, because that is the choice that some of them are making. No, with that health insurance, every person will get the health care that they deserve in this country. Every single person, man, woman, and child. And that is why Babonneau needs Titus. And why St. Lucia needs Alan Chastney as the next Prime Minister of this country. So I ask you tonight, can you afford another 4 more years of this? If your answer is no, then on December 1st, I ask you to vote wisely. Vote for relief. Vote for hope. Vote for action. Vote for Titus. Vote UWP. Vote for a better life. And vote for me, Marcella Johnson in Grosley, because when Marcella Johnson wins, you win. When the United Worker Party wins, everybody wins. And St. Lucia rises. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. God bless you and thank you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is Marcella Johnson, our next parliamentary representative for the constituency of Grosley. When Marcella wins, we win. When Kenson won, only he won. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I call on the next speaker, what I would like to do right now is to bring on stage the next parliamentary representative for Ancillary Canries, one of our deputy political leaders, the man Dominic Fede, who has just arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to right the wrong. On everything that has been wrong for the last 4.5 years, we have an opportunity on the 1st of December to make it right by voting for the United Workers' Party. And one of the things we have to do is any expired politician, any politician who has passed their time, we have to retire them. We have to get rid of them. If they don't understand they have to go, we have to make them go. And so we're going to start in the constituency of Castries North. Ladies and gentlemen, to get rid of the lazy roller, we have the man Stephen Fevrier, and I would like to bring him on at this time to address you. A round of applause for our next rep for Castries North, Stephen Fevrier.
Mamai Flabo, it is indeed good to be here with you in Babonneau this evening. And let me start by saying how happy and pleased I am to be on stage with a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, and to endorse the future parliamentary representative for this constituency, Titus Preville. Titus is a man of character, a man of substance, a man committed to you, a good man, a man who will give honest representation, committed representation to this constituency. Let me also take the opportunity to recognize the political leadership of this party with Alan Michael Chasney, the next Prime Minister of St. Lucia. I want also to recognize the deputy political leaders, Guy Joseph and Dominic Fede. Flabo, last Sunday in Ancillary, St. Lucians here and abroad finally breathed a sigh of relief when Philip JP finally announced the date for the next elections. The bell has been rung, and with the ringing of the bell, it brought to an end one of the most difficult periods in the history of this country. And it is now for us on election day to give our verdict on the government of Philip J. Pierre and the St. Lucia Labour Party. So it's now time for you, now time for us, St. Lucians, to give our verdict and give an assessment of the performance of the Labour Party. So let us now start to examine that record. What did Labour say to us in 2021? They said to us that if we elect them into government, they would put you first, that they would put us first. And I ask you now, 4.5 years later, where are we now? Where are you? Where is this country? Can you tell me, can you say, can you admit that Labour Party has put you, your family, and the country first? Has Labour put you first? And are we as a country under Labour better off? Let me ask a few questions and tell me the truth. Are we better off today in healthcare? I can't hear you. Are we better off in healthcare? Are we better off in the crime situation? Are we better off in education? Are you better off for affordable housing in this country? Are you better off in terms of the cost of living in this country? What about the infrastructure of this country? Are we better off? No. We are not better off today. In fact, we are worse off today than we were in 2021. And it is clear to me, and it is clear to you, and it is clear to every fair-minded St. Lucia that the country under Labour has gone backward. So, while Labour, their comrades, their friends, and their family are better off, the country itself, you, me, we are all worse off under the Labour Party government. But tonight, I bring you good news. News of hope. News of a renewal of this country that is soon to come. News that after the elections, we will have a government that will work hard for you to ensure that the things which you need, the things which you want, you will have. A team committed, a team which is confident, a team of committed men and women ready to work hard for you, ready to take responsibility to rebuild and restore this country. And I must say to you, day by day, hour by hour, my faith is becoming stronger that this period of unaccountability, of greed, of putting the desires for power above your needs is soon coming to an end. And I am confident because we, under the leadership of Alan Michael Chasney, we have a plan for everyone. We have a plan for the youth. We have a plan for your family. We have a plan for the elderly. We have a plan for the teachers. We have a plan for the students. We have a plan for you vendors. We have a plan for young professionals. We have a plan for hotel workers. We have a plan for the farmers, the bus drivers, the taxi drivers, business owners. We have a plan for you, St. Lucia. And we have a plan which we've already started to lay out, and my colleague Marcella has spoken a little about it. We have a plan to take care of your health needs. Far too many people find themselves in difficulty, financial difficulty, because they simply fell sick, and this government has not taken the right policy steps to ensure that these people could get the care and attention that they need and they deserve. So we have a plan for national health insurance. We have also a plan to reduce crime. Over the last 4.5 years, we've averaged about 70 murders a year. Too many men and women have lost their lives. The blood of innocents have soaked the streets of this country. And we have a plan to reduce crime, a plan for stronger border control, a plan to strengthen the police, and a plan to increase citizen security. So we have a plan for you. And on the things which bother you and affect you on a daily basis, when you go to the Massey, when you go to the supermarkets, I know it's difficult. I know the things you want for your family, the things that you want for yourself, it is difficult for you to get. And that is a consequence not of matters outside, it is our own decisions, the decisions of the Labour Party, including implementing the 2.5% levy, which has made living and life more difficult in this country. So we have a plan to reduce the cost of living. We have a plan to make government work for you, not for only for the friends and family of the Labour government, but a plan to work for you and your family. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to be working with this team under the capable leadership of Alan Chastney. And as I have said before, mine has been a privilege to serve and sit at a table with some great leaders of our time. But I can say with confidence that Alan Chastney is better and equal to the best leaders in this region. So I am proud to serve under his effective leadership. His drive, his compassion for St. Lucian people, his commitment and his desire to effect progress in this country is unsurpassed. So, as I close, I also have a message for my friends and my people in Castries North. Castries North, on the appointed day, the 1st of December, at the appointed time, Castries North is coming back home to the United Workers' Party. Castries North is returning to the United Workers' Party. And we will end a period of deceit, of lies, of betrayal, of unaccountability, and of bad and poor performance by Stephenson King. A period of lies, of betrayal will come to an end on the 1st of December. But Flabo, friends, Flabo, the job is not complete. So I ask you, your friends, your family, your neighbor, your cousin, your nenen, your power, go out to vote. I ask you to summon the courage, recall your resolve to fight for this country, to fight to restore the soul of this country, to fight to restore God and not greed at the center of this nation, to fight to restore honor and integrity to government, to fight and fight for this country we so love. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
progressive relationship. One to them, we snake and snitch. Yeah, mash up with progressive relationship. One to them, who we voting? February, he better than them. Better than them, better than them. No, money no, who we voting? February, he better than them.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was Stephen February, the next representative for Castries North. And as you just heard, we better than them. We better than them by far. And you know, Stephen spoke about the plan that the United Workers' Party has for just about everyone in St. Lucia. But everyone in St. Lucia has a plan for the 1st of December. And we must take the first step. We must step into action on the 1st of December, because the first plan is to remove the St. Lucia Labour Party and to vote for the United Workers' Party to form the next government. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, there's a chill in the air, but I can feel the heat of the flambeau. And we have to keep it hot. We have to get it hotter. Because you know, right now, as a matter of fact, let's just take a moment for some entertainment. I would like to call on stage, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the artist Son Son to give you a brief moment of entertainment before we continue with our speeches.
Big up. Mama Iflabo! Big up. And to tell all the big man good night. You don't know how it is. Big up yourself. Give me the rhythm one more time. You don't know how we do it. 1, 2. You don't know, it's just a little tip of the iceberg. Pick up yourself, Titus. You don't know. 1, 2. Me do Titus. Oh, Babonneau. But le pièce papicho. Si le bakota roro. Give me the rhythm one more time. You don't know. Just. What we tell them, Babonneau massive? Pick up yourself, same spit. Every Lio Preville Babonneau, le pièce papicho, si les bacotes roro, Preville Mucheyo, people hear what you should know. Lio Dolin Babonneau, Preville Babonneau, and we not. Lock on the back of the show, by labor, a good still to kick your debut Babonneau, and for your London play go. Please, give me the rhythm one more time. Not my fault, you don't know how we do it. Too much thing on the mind there. Pick up yourself, everybody. 1, 2. I go take it back one more time. Boom. Lio Preville Babonneau, le pièce papicho, si les bacotes roro, Lio Preville Mucheyo, people hear what you should know. Titus Tolin Babonneau, so we voting for Bobo, you have to sit for Babonneau. Lot more habaka show, by labor a good still to, kick your debut Babonneau, and for your London play glow, lay your eglo wasco, Pisha le flabo issue, so we voting for Titus, we have to sit for Babonneau, so we tell them Titus. So we tell them Titus, pick yourself them Titus. What we tell them Titus, pick yourself them. 1, 2, pick up yourself people. So we tell them Titus for Babonneau, Titus for Babonneau, Titus for Babonneau. He alone that could run the show. Titus for Babonneau, Titus for Babonneau, Titus for Babonneau. What we tell them, give me the next rhythm one more time. Hold it, Lumi. Hold it there. Titus keep the bad, Titus keep the show. Titus Babonneau back up with yes papi show. He cool and he come, he never look for us, so big up all the get. Titus, what we tell them? Give me the rhythm one more time, you don't know. What we tell them, Babonneau massive? You don't know, it's the Babonneau anthem we giving them. What we tell them? Big up all the sexy girls, you don't know how we do it. 1, 2. Say no keep the bad, say no keep the show. Usasha Babonneau back up with yes papi show. We cool and we can, we never look for a loss. So big up all my people and from Babonneau. Say no keep Babonneau cafe to la we a show. Ayeki Guinness, ayeki Shongo, ayeki Godata, epiko Kameto. Cafeti Magume, mete Gode Aguyo. Good morning, don't know show, go di Tegako. We getting the love from the head to the toe. In case you didn't know, I'm from Babonneau cafe, me creepy eka shake back. Give me the rhythm one more time, you don't know how we do it. 1, 2. Be have yourself bump it, you don't know.
But we tell them force are massive, Sasa massive, Bay Bush massive. Hear me? Dancer. C'est oui son ton il a allé en mauvaise mission. Tout femme qui n'y sont wet fin faut te fiction. Mais douce tous les vendredis des c'est moi qui baille les sessions. Et qu'après les sessions c'est moi qui baille commission. Mais douce bien pas oui mais bien pas un saison. Et comme toujours dit pas faire bagaille sans raison. Et sous pas ni raison ou qu'il voit chaque raison. Mais d'où baille là il gâte qu'on boîte sa leçon. Mais douce fumer des jours et quoi à la vie biton. Vous savez c'est Rastaman qui fait femme voler piston. Faut le dire pas tant wet plus boy il pas tant fort. Mais dit pas peut-être c'est moi qui miss de applaud. Assurer Rastaman mais bien éducation. Les ou matin à fouiller pour me joindre une fondation. Personne ne va dire ça c'est abomination. Et qui action la bande conversation. Femme qui la dit c'est qui ni bombe si haut. Mais dit il faut mouche au dit c'est cappuccino. Monnaie ou ka souper ou ka faire vienne quitter so. C'est oui mais plus tout fait ça même cosiso. So pick up toute femme qui soit dit Babonneau. Qu'est-ce que ma Babonneau pas de pièce non makoyo. Ça ka filmer à chouette ça ka faire chamboyo. Et pas venir avec quoi. 1 2 pick up yourself same speed. Pick up Titus. You don't know. Your song coming before December 1st. I'll give you your song, man. You don't know. Big up all the chef Flabo. Mama Flabo. That look at you. Hear me? As a man from enough eating wrong provision, I wake up on time, never fail my mission. But the heart has been food for a lot of vision. We do have time to play games on our television. I write in lyrics like a composition. The lyrics them strong like a hack emotion. Son, give it to them with no style and fashion. Give me the rhythm one more time. They have one for the sexy girls them there. I have one more for the sexy girls. Big up yourself, all the sexy girls you don't know. What we tell them Babonneau massive? Hear me? Big up yourself, Titus, one same speed. What we tell them? You moving like you from the Caribbean. Not now I see you talking bumper on a headstand. You have the western body like a real born lotion. The queen of the dance to girl cannot respond. You moving like you from the Caribbean. Not now I see you talking bumper on a headstand. You have the western body like a real born lotion. The queen of the dance to girl. So me say wine to the rhythm, me say wine to the song. Make everybody see the bumper touching the ground. And as a real solution, when you need a scarf and the tongue, nobody can test whether they white or you wrong. You migrate from country and you go straight to the tongue. You hold illusion, some you want to wine and go down. She making left turn to right and making right turn to wrong. She wine until she make me see the line for bottom. Me do say, love it with the teeth in my back, I'm a tiek. Buddha we work on do lecture libe. Not me when me do my back, I'm a lipis. Who to show net a pani lote monkey so. Pati e pepis ke usaf karati. Kaku wisako under X Suzuki. Yeah, big up yourself, you don't know how we do it. You don't know, big up everybody in the house. My wife Labo. Big up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was the man Sonson. Good vibes, good vibes. Now you know we have to stay happy because finally I'm calling another entertainer right now, so we'll have the speeches after. We have every reason to be happy, ladies and gentlemen. The time to be happy is now, because now guess what? The young people asked me to deliver a message to you. The young people told me, as of this Friday, every Friday will be Yellow Friday, so look out for it. Ladies and gentlemen, a little more entertainment. I am going to bring to you our Calypso Monarch to give you some entertainment. Please welcome on stage the man Desrel to entertain you right now. Desrel. Where are you, Desrel? Ladies and gentlemen, please ensure that your name is on that voters list and you know where you are voting. This election, no Flabo is staying home and saying they're not voting. This election, no Flabo is staying home and saying we win already. We're going to win the election after 6 o'clock on the 1st of December. Before that, we are going to be casting our votes. Make sure you go out and work with your candidate to ensure that everything falls into place, and we do all that we can to count every single vote for the United Workers' Party so that we can form that next government. Okay, so it looks like Desrel is not around, so we will go along with the speeches. Babonneau, stand by, get ready. Because after this speaker, after the next speaker, we call in a parliamentary representative. So, get ready, Babonneau, do what you have to do in a while. But right now, I want you to put your hands together, because I am going to call to the podium one of our deputy political leaders to address you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll call that guy, yes. The real guy, the right guy, the working guy, Guy Joseph, the next parliamentary representative for Castries Southeast.
Yo, you don't know it's DJ Menace representing for Guy Joseph. We coming to take it back. Solution when you see the God, you have to vote the God. This is the wicked God that take us very high. And when you vote the God, you will never cry. He put it Castries Southeast, back up in the sky. Put it in the first game, coming back to sit there. When he win this 5 years, you know that he can get. Guy Joseph will take care of everybody's state there. He's got the opposition right there.
Good night, Babonneau! Tonight, it is nice to be here. It is nice to be with my colleague, Mr. Titus Preville. Now, I can say that I am a resident of Babonneau also. Let me tell you why I can say this. They say when you get married, the two become one. My wife is from Babonneau, so I am from Babonneau too. So tonight, I am in my backyard supporting my colleague, one of the great sons of the soil of Babonneau. Titus sepa moun vavoe ici. Sapa moun vavante vini Babonneau. Titus is a part of Babonneau. The Preville family is part of the DNA of the community of Babonneau. And so tonight, I want to say to you, you need to be mindful about why you are voting in this election. Look at the politicians here. Let me tell you, Flabo is celebrating already. Don't worry about what you see going on. Ça c'est élection nous, et nous kay élection ça. Les ba fait nous assez misère. Ma jamais wa 4 l'année moun nou misère autant qu'on a à cette lycée. But I wanted you to pause for a moment. Look at the slate of candidates. This election is not about Tommy winning or Chico winning. This is not about Herod alone and Marcella. This election is about you, the people of St. Lucia. And that's why I love Marcella's slogan. When Marcella wins, you win. When Flabo win, you win. When Flabo win, St. Lucia wins. And so I want you to understand tonight. Many of us can take care of ourselves. On both sides of the political divide. Not those that not paying their loans, you know. Those that can pay their loans. Okay? So this election is all about you and the slate of candidates presented by the United Workers' Party is all about you. Now, Mama Flabo,
and St. Lucia, pause a moment and reflect on what I am telling you. We had a few people apply to be candidates for Babonneau. When the name of Titus Preville was in the race, people knew it was a foregone conclusion. Babonneau was going with Titus. When Tommy came, people knew that Tommy was the man for the job. When Ben came, Ben for the den. Agbadio. Yo same tout Stéphane a dans yon boîte. Yo passa toucher Ben for the den. So, Denry had 7 candidates. Now, I don't want to focus too much on Chico, myself, and the others. I want you to understand. Flabo worked hard. Flabo worked carefully. Flabo went through a process to give you the best slate of candidates ever. Now, I pause. Boss la ive a breza. Mi boss la. Oh yes. A quoi c'est tout Flabo qui était là? C'est Derek in Flabo. They tell me when Choiseul finish, they're coming up. I don't know if they'll have time to reach here. But I want you to know tonight that this is serious business. We usually start and we have to acknowledge. Come up, my brother. Come up. Let me tell you something. I have the greatest regard and respect for this man. The Labour Party wants to attack his family. But we are standing with Brad tonight. Ek di Labour, sa pou l'appli pou mouye Flabo. Because Mr. Bradley Fulgent will bring the seat home to the United Workers' Party. Sean knows that. Now I will digress a little and say to you, le ou ka gen ou pa fè désagrément. Anybody who is winning does not cause trouble because they don't want the match to spoil before it's over because they are winning. Ou sav ki moun ka fè désagrément? C'est ça ka ped la. Le yo ka ped, yo ka try croiser jouer. Ou pa jeme wè ki moun ka matay as domino? Ou ka matay as domino la ou ka ped? Ou pa matay as domino la ou ka gen? Est-ce pas? So Sean knows that he's in trouble. He knows. But they are trying to intimidate Flabos. Now we are not supporting violence. But Labour Party must understand. This country belongs to all of us, and the bullying by the Labour Party, I am putting them on notice tonight. That needs to stop. I announced my meeting in Capitol Hill. The Labour Party announced their meeting in Forestier. Leotan motoket mweka mute Capitol Hill. They went and started a meeting in Capitol Hill. You know what I said to my people? I am going, and 2 meetings they are taking place side by side in Capitol Hill. Lemwe veyo ale. Because you paten vemun. You saw the motorcade I came here with. I want us to understand. The Labour Party is in a mode of desperation. They called elections and they are losing. And because they are losing, they are fighting. But I want you to know tonight that this election is all about you, the people of St. Lucia. The candidates we put together are candidates to work for you. Now I was telling you, go Virginia. Kote. Kimun ki fire. Who fired her? Le baba memba yota chance pour fire Babonneau. You mem fire. The only problem is they brought somebody who's just as bad as Virginia to come and replace her. And so I am saying to you tonight, you ever hear winning candidates being fired? They cannot fire Stevenson King and they cannot fire Richard Frederick, but they fire their own Labour candidates. Except Labour apa hotel ma yo kavindi mun tikwa. Tikwa kisa. Tikwa in what? You all didn't let us give you all the tikwa. You all fired yourselves. Ou fire ko un gouvernement hollandais ou ni toujours un gouvernement ha fire ko Philippe JP. Now I want to say to St. Lucia, the only reason why a government will not sit out its term of 5 years is because the remainder of the time looks worse for them than better. Labour Party knows that things are bad. And they know that it is getting worse. So because of that, they say if we have to have a little chance of winning the election, we better call it now. Well, call it now, call it later, call it yesterday. Philip JP, you are going down with your Labour Party. And so tonight, I want to assure the people of Babonneau that you have a quality candidate in Titus Preville. Now what they can do? John A. Stefan apply by Flambeau. Ou pas fait grade là? You couldn't make the 17-person team of the United Workers' Party, but you could replace somebody on the St. Lucia Labour Party. So ask yourself, who is the better candidate? Because Flambeau chose the best, and the best is Titus Preville. Now, 2 quick points before I close. What more can you expect from SLP that they have not done? Moi vle tout cet lycéen mande koyo question ça. What is it that Philip J. Pierre can do for you that he has not had the chance to do for 30 years? And for 5 years as Prime Minister and maybe 15 years as Deputy Prime Minister. What is it that you think? And that is what every St. Lucian must ask themselves. What more can I expect from these fellas? Your best years, you did not deliver. Guamundi Si glap li a pa ple bom la, sou kwe se we ki kay play? Not even the dew we have on the Labour Party because everybody's pipe is dry. Pa mem dlo nou ka hen about Labour. So tonight, Virginia failed you. But it is not only Virginia that failed you. It is Labour Party that failed you, the people of Babonneau, and that failed St. Lucia. So tonight, I'll say this to you. I am not for sale. And we have a slate of candidates on the UWP that is not for sale. You try ask the spider. Spider di Mahavan. None of us have a for sale sign on our backs. Now I see some people talking. When the time comes, we will talk. Because I know how much money they wanted to stay in Flambeau. So I will find out how much Labour Party gave them to join Labour. But we will come to that in due course. We in Babonneau and we dealing with Babonneau business tonight. But as I close, I want you to understand how Labour Party thinks. I did a housing project in Forest here under my leader, the Honorable Alan Chasney. We developed 63 lots. More than 45 of the lots were sold to residents of the community. You know what the Labour Party said? There are no Americans, Englishmen, no Russians, no Japanese. We didn't sell land for them. All the land that was sold to St. Lucians. Lisa, the candidate for Labour Party, says that I did a housing development and I sold land for outsiders. So you know what they are saying? St. Lucians are outsiders in their own country. That is why they have given GBH our pot. That is why they are giving away our land that they bought for 14 million for $1 a year to NH, a Trinidadian company. That is why you are not first. You are not even last. U platate. Set lisie platate. Hodia abaleba. U change se kadi platate. Ebe mi platate abweza. But we have a real leader in Alan Michael Chasney who will raise the standard of St. Lucia again. And so, you will not be a second-class citizen in your country. And the people of Castries Southeast, you are not outsiders in your own constituency. So on election day, we're doing one thing. We're voting Alan Chasney and the United Workers Party. Thank you, good night, and God bless you.
Solution when you see the God, you have to vote the God. This is the wicked God that take us very hard. And when you vote the God, you will never cry. He put it cash to himself, he's back up in the sky. Put it let me first get, coming back to sit them. When he win his 5 years, you know that he can get. Can Joseph will take care of everybody's still there. He's got the opposition right at the
Yes, when Castries South is finished, vote the guy. Fnaboka point tout bagay. This election, ladies and gentlemen, I listen to Guy very well. This is a man I love to hear. I always follow him. But Guy says something that tonight I have to correct. Guy said that Joachim, Gibeon, Pauline, Kenny, and Virginia fire call you. Guy na do sakifet. Latenia bug. Vadwe divini hen pay yo bali $1,000. I pon la han, I pa m kote just me a poshi ya la kaili. Le madame li made, ma wi mwen kome yo pay ou, I di pwanta ou kit mwen kote. I kote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I hen 900. I di me, yo te suppose ba mwen $1,000. I kote encore 1, 2, 3, 4, $100 ka kote, I hen $800. I kote encore, I hen $700. Là, il y avait $600, madame li dit non moins. Stop compter avant la an fini. So let people carry out polls. Iwe Joachim Atwaka ek gay ifayay. Là, iwe Gibeon Atwaka ek Alan Chasney ifayay. Yewe Pauline Atwaka ek Bradley ifayay. Là, yewe Kenny envie fon Atwaka yo fayay. Yo vin Babonneau. Yo di gason bay pa ka ale piye bagay gade movie. Le yo check ale Virginia. Iwe yo ka ped. Yo fayay. Ou sa pip di gason. And stop se pol sa nou ka pote ya. And just kwe election. So, ladies and gentlemen. Sa yo pasav la. Si yo te kontine konte. Se 17 not la yo te ka pala about. 17 not bay flambeau. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, I am happy that you came out in your numbers and not even the rain was able to run you. I have said before, for this election, Monsieur, for this election, we are supercharged and the flambeau is burning on a benzene. And now I want to present to you the man who caused Virginia to run, and the man who has already beaten John Paul Estefan and will beat him again. Ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing to the stage the next parliamentary representative for the constituency of Babonneau, the man, Titus Leo Preville. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for him.
Balata is Taito, Kabish is Taito, Oaso is Taito, the whole of Babonneau is for Taito, Taito, big win for Taito, 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 big win for Taito. He is the right one to come and right there. We vote in Taito, Taito, Babonneau. This election, you know who to vote. Amanda will not have Babonneau on no joke. He keep it simple and work for the folk. Advocate God hearing Taito not the hope. People of Babonneau. Come together, we need to put a man in there who's gonna treat us better. So when they decide to ring the bell, by Leo Titus Preville, we're going to put the X. Oaso for Taito, Taco for Taito, Dara, Debara, Talvan, Target is Taito, Taito, big win for Taito, 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 big win for Taito. He is the right one to come and right there. We want in Taito, 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 Taito. Balata is Taito, Balata is Taito, Kabish is Taito, Kabish is Taito, Oaso is Taito, Oaso is Taito, the whole of Babonneau is for Taito, Taito, big win for Taito, 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 big win for Taito, Taito, big win for Taito. He is the right one to come and right there. We want in Taito, Taito, Babonneau. This election, you know who to vote. Amanda will not have Babonneau on no joke. People of Babonneau, and do come together. We need to put a man in there who's gonna treat us better. So when they decide to ring the bell, by Leo Titus Preville, we're going to put the X. Oaso for Taito, Taco for Taito, Dara, Debara, Talvan, Target is Taito, Taito, big win for Taito, 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 big win for Taito. He is the right one to come and right there. We want in Taito.
Oh, Mamai Babonneau! Mamai Flambeau! I can feel it coming very soon. The 1st of December, we cannot wait for that day to come.
I can see you. I can hear you. I know you are ready. But my Flabo, Babonneau is the first of the many stops since the Prime Minister announced the date of elections. Leader Alan Chasney and team, good night. Welcome to Babonneau. I almost said I was welcoming you as a parliamentary rep, but just a little bit again. You know, I am so proud of my people of Babonneau. I am so proud of you. You know, when I saw how you organized, I told my team, these people want to make me cry. But not yet. Not yet. On the 1st of December, after we win, we will have our celebration. You know, I came here tonight with a speech. Not a full speech, a small speech. I wanted to tell you some of the things I want to do for you in Babonneau. But I don't even think you need to hear that tonight. Because you have heard already when we went all around Babonneau in our various community meetings, you heard already what it is we have in mind. But just to give you 2 or 3 of the big ticket issues. First, we want to ensure our agricultural sector comes back again. Babonneau is built on agriculture. Our farmers are the center of our development. So we will bring back agriculture by ensuring we have our incentives for our farmers, by ensuring with the plan we have for agriculture. And I see my good friend Bradley. Bradley is in the house. And Prime Minister, do I have the permission to announce his portfolio? And this gentleman here, when he puts Sean in his place, will become the next Minister for Agriculture. So he will be helping us put agriculture back. You know, one of the things that have, in working in Babonneau, one of the things you hear is that the young people have been neglected for the last 4 years. When you walk around Babonneau, the playing fields have been neglected. The sporting competitions have died. So immediately on coming to office, we have to repair our youth sporting facilities. We have to ensure Lague becomes a proper facility. We have to ensure that the various playing fields are up to standard. We have to organize our young people into proper clubs so we can have proper competitions to identify our talent so they can get scholarships to go to university, to learn and to become part of the international community where our footballers, our athletes, our volleyballers can get the best exposure and earn income from their ability. You know, only today I was speaking to a lady in Timon. She's actually from, not Tishime, Talvan. She has a son. The young man has so much talent in football. All he needed was a little help from the government to get him to be part of a club in England. But you know what happened? Before he could get there, he had to leave Babonneau and go and play football in Grosile so they could have seen him. Why didn't we have those football competitions in Babonneau? Well, we have no playing fields, we can have it. So we shall repair our playing fields and take it back to where it was when we left in 2021. You know, when you walk around Babonneau, I don't want to mention, no, I won't mention him tonight.
I don't want to mention him tonight. But there is something the young people in Babonneau must understand. This man, I will never mention his name. He said that he is and always was labor. Well, I will not call him a liar. He said it in the multipurpose center. So if he was labor all that time, and he watched Virginia struggling, and he watched Virginia doing nothing for the young people, I ask a question. Why didn't he help Virginia, his friend, his colleague, to help the young people? So for 4.5 years, he did a big fat nothing for the young people. And now the same man looks at the same young people and say, I have sports. I can do sports. He watched the young people suffer for 4.5 years. He could have done something because, as he said, it was his party in government. He did nothing. And then he turns and look at the same young people and say, I love you. Now I'm ready to support you. You must kick him out. You must put him in his place. You must let him know you are intelligent people. You must let him know that Babonneau has intelligent people. And we will not fall for that foolishness. You know, Babonneau has talent. Not just in agriculture, but in so many areas. So one of the things we will do when we get in office is designate Babonneau as a special development area. What does that mean? We will, by doing that, ensure we have incentives for our small business people, and that is automatic. Meaning, because you are a special development area, there are incentives under this act that you are entitled to. And that will help so many of our businesses, small people who have their little agro-processing. We see women in agriculture who have skills in agro-processing, but they need the incentives, they need the help. We will fix that as soon as we get into office. Make Babonneau Prime Minister in waiting. Babonneau must become a special development area. I want to tell the young people in Babonneau, the grammar school that we all went to is good. I want everyone to go for that. But if you already have a skill, or if you are not interested in the grammar school, by grammar school I mean going to comprehensive, A-level, university and so forth. If you just want to do what you can do, we also want you to be the best at it. Therefore, we will ensure that we have a workforce development center established in Babonneau to ensure our skills, our people receive their skills, so they receive it up to what we call CARICOM Vocational Qualification Standard. With that, you can work in St. Lucia, you can work in Barbados, you can work in St. Vincent, you can work anywhere in CARICOM, and you don't need a work permit. You can stay as long as you want. I want to see the people of Babonneau not just staying in Babonneau, but occupying all of CARICOM. That is where we have to put our minds. We must not put ourselves in a box. We must allow our people to expand, to reach their full potential. That is what I stand for. Now, the last area I want to touch on, because I know tonight is not the policy night, but you need to know this. I want to make sure at least 2 critical roads are dealt with. Prime Minister in waiting, I'm putting you on notice, sir. We have to do the Hill 20 to Chasse Road. It needs to be redone. And we have to do the Lacroix to Debarra Road. It needs to be redone. So, these are just 2 of the major
infrastructure, road projects that we must attend to, so that the minibus drivers, so that the ordinary drivers don't have to spend so much money on spare parts, on tires, on brakes, as they move the people around the community. We have to fix this. Now, brothers and sisters, I want to talk, because my colleagues have talked on a number of the national issues. I only want to speak on one. That is, and I will not go in detail, just to give you a quick sense, something called the CIP. You know, I need to talk about that. You know why I need to talk about that? Because the Labour Party, I will not call them a government again, the parliament has been dissolved. The Labour Party, for the last 4.5 years, have had access to money from your passports that they have sold. You know, there is a piece of legislation, a law in St. Lucia that governs the CIP. When you go to the act, I want to make sure they have it clear. It is the CIP Act number 14 of 2015. And when you read section 24.1, it clearly states in section 24.1 of the CIP Act, it says that the audited statements for the financial year when ended must be placed in Parliament at least 6 months, at most 6 months after the financial year. You have an administration that has failed to supply to you and to us in the Parliament the audited statements of the CIP. But here's what they did. They produced a document called the Achievements. And when you read page 8 of this document, it mentions nothing of the reporting on the CIP. You know what they say in there? St. Lucia signed an MOU with the rest of the OECS member states or CARICOM member states that have CIP, and we now have standards. I want to ask you a question. If a government has had your CIP money for 4.5 years, and if we just take the last year, 2024, 2025, if this was a major achievement, and we know there is over 1.6 billion US dollars unaccounted for, don't you think you deserve to know what the money was used for? Don't you think you deserve to know what the money, how much money was collected? Because everybody else in St. Lucia is speculating. We say maybe it's 1.6. Some of us saying it's 2 million. We have no evidence. But they have a duty under the law to report to us. So you have a government that is a lawless group. They are a lawless group. And you cannot put a lawless group of people in your country to run your affairs. The Labour Party must go. The Labour Party have to go. And the Labour Party will go. Without a doubt. If there is no other reason to get rid of them, you must get rid of them. Because no country that is serious can have a government, a poor country like ours, with 1.6 billion United States dollars unaccounted for, and they don't find it fitting to put a word, not a sentence on that in the report. That means they're saying to you, I don't have to tell you anything. You must know your place. That information is not for you. You have no brain. You are too dumb and foolish. Only us, only the few of us. And this goes straight to Mr. Ernest Hille. He is the minister for the CIP. And he has failed to account. The people of Castries South, every single person in Castries South must vote against Ernest and vote for Tommy Descant on election day and get rid of him. You know, I see so many people here tonight. And I ask you one question. Do you believe when Labour came into office in 2021 that 4.5 years later you would have no new airport? Do you really believe that tonight we would be looking at the same old airport 4.5 years later? So guess what? They came in and they met work, they met funding, they met everything in place for us to have a brand new airport. And what did they do? They stopped it. You know why they stopped it? Because they did not want to continue the work that Alan Chasney had started. They are so divisive. They did not want to continue the work. There were piles driven in the ground. And they got rid of them just because they did not want to continue the work of Alan Chasney. But when the airport is built, when Alan Chasney would have died in years to come, wouldn't the airport be there for our children? So they deny you and they deny your children something you ought to have had already. And yet still they come to you and they say to you, I love you, give me 4 more years. We must reject that. We must X that out. Brothers and sisters, you know, I have 2 more things to say tonight. On the matter of the CIP again. You remember there is a man called Richard Frederick. I don't watch his programs. But I am told that he said the government collected 240 million US dollars from CIP funds last year. 240 million US dollars in CIP funds. Now, I happen to have spent almost 15 years as a permanent secretary. I know there is something called the estimates of expenditure and the estimates of revenue and expenditure. I know in there, under revenue, there is a head called non-tax revenue. I would have expected, and anybody who understands government would have expected to see reflected under that line 240 million US dollars. But guess what? There is no such figure in your estimates for 2024, 2025. So the question is, where is that money? Where is your $240 million that Richard Frederick says the government collected? Well, we have no audited statements. We have his word. So I have to conclude that St. Lucia has another treasury somewhere. There must be another treasury that only these fellows have access to and you don't have the right to it. Because that's the only way I can explain how he can know we have 240 million and it is nowhere in the estimates. Brothers and sisters, Mama Iflabo, I know you are ready. I am ready. They are ready. The people of St. Lucia are ready. And on the 1st of December, we will deal with the St. Lucia Labour Party. My last comment. I want you to be strong. I want you to stay focused. I don't want you to be distracted. Because today, the Labour Party, having attacked me and can find nothing, they turn towards my daughter. Yeah, my daughter. Writing, saying things about my daughter who is not in politics. They have gone after her because she happens to work with Global Ports, GPH. And what they have written and said there is something I take umbrage to. So I will tell the Labour Party tonight I am drawing a line in the sand tonight. Stay away from my family. Be very clear. Stay away from my family. Because I am here. Come to me. Don't be a wimp. Don't hide and attack little women. Come and attack me. Because I know they are faceless. They are weak. They have no testicles. They have no strength. So they go attacking women. No, no, no. I am here. I am here. My name is Titus Preville. I am here. Come to me. Let us know where we stop. The politics of division in this country must stop. The Labour Party politics of divide and rule must stop. The politics of racism must stop. So we will have to put an end to them on the 1st of December as early as possible in the morning. After 6 o'clock, get to the polls and let us vote them out. Mamai Flabo, Mamai Setlisi, good night and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the last lap now. But before I introduce your next speaker, I want to remind you, on Sunday, all roads lead to the William Peter Boulevard, where your government will be on show. All 17 of the United Workers' Party candidates will be there, and your Prime Minister and your 16 other representatives will be addressing you. Everybody from Viewfort to Grosley, find yourself on the William Peter Boulevard on Sunday. This will be the mother of all rallies. Now, I still see some people in the back there. Come to the front for the last lap. I have a presentation to make, and I'm waiting for you to come forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I was the first St. Lucian to announce it after they announced the election. And tonight I have the privilege again to make that announcement to you here in Babonneau. Now that you, the people of Babonneau, have heard your parliamentary representative in Titus Leo Preville, or is it Leo Titus Preville? Leo the Lion. I now want to present to the people of Babonneau and St. Lucia the Savior himself. You know, I told you have two SOS moments in December. On December 25th, Christ was born. He came to save our souls. SOS. You know, the people on the platform say, you all are standing and moving around, but they're sitting down and they're feeling a little cold. So, before I bring on my next speaker, they say I have to hot up the place a little. Do you agree with that? Okay. Well, we'll give our government what they want. Tonight we will give them what they want. On the 1st of December, we will give them what they want. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring to you our 4-time Calypso monarch and Queen of Calypso in St. Lucia, Our Lady Minel, to give us a little fire, to add some benzene to the flambeau.
Mamai Flabo, the cord is yellow. We head into the polls. Mamai Flabo,
Titus Preville. Titus is working for us. He working for you and he working for me. He working for you. Yes, he working for me. He working for you and he working for me and the community. A man with vision, strength and integrity, full of ambition, with responsibility. There's no doubt, I know, yes I know, Title working for you. Oh, he working for you and he working for me. He working for you and he working for me. He working for you and he working for me. And Babonneau community, he's faithful in things he do and he'll always come through. No, he will not stop. He will never give up. One thing I know is true. Yes, I know. He working for you and me. Oh, he working for you. Title working for me. Yes, he working for you and he working for me. He working for you and he working for me and the community. If you from Babonneau, put up your flag. If you from Babonneau, put up your flag. If you from Babonneau, put up your flags. If you from Babonneau, the code is yellow. He working for you and he working for me. Yes, he working for you and he working for me. Title working for you and he working for me and the community. Working, Title working, Title working. He working for you. Title working, yes he working. Title working, he working for you. He working for you, yes he working for me. Title working for you and he working for me. Title working for you and he working for me and the community. Flabo, the code is yellow. He working, he working, he working. Yes, he working. Title working for you. Why yo yo? Who is the man for a better leader? We want Alan. We say Alan. We want Alan. Better education and healthcare. We want Alan. We say Alan. We want Alan. A man with vision and direction. To lead his people is the captain of the Flabo train. A leader man, a family man, a humble man. He is the man. Whoa, Alan is the man. Who is the man to boost up on tourism? We want Alan. We say Alan. We want Alan and give ching ching to everybody. We want Alan. We say Alan. We want Alan, a man with his house in order. He is the captain of the Flabo train. A leader man, a family man, a businessman. He is the man. Whoa. A straightforward man, a straightforward man. Hey, Alan is the man. Whoa, Alan is the man. Alan is the man. Alan, Alan. Why? Flabo, 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 Flabo. The code is yellow. Alan. Why? Alan.
Mama Flambo est sur power. 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 Yo pé moi dou. Yo pé moi dou. Yo pé chassé, Marcella encore s'il Yo pé Lady Lee, Poch up Monsieur Dandy. Yo pé Bradley, Kakal, Pulo. Mama Flambo. Mama Flambo est sur power. 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 Yo pé moi dou. Yo pé moi dou. Yo pé moi dou. Yo pé moi dou. Yo pé chassé, Marcella encore s'il Pele Dili, Poch up Monsieur Dandy. Yo pé Bradley, Kakale pi Tommy. Mi amikou, il a chaka fait yo fou. Yo pé moi dou. Yo pé moi dou. Mama Flambo est sur power. Mama Flambo est sur power. Ti Philippe là pour sortir bagay toi ouais dans cette liste. Oui maman bagay fin chaud. Koumoun ya pé. Woy. Yo pé moi dou. Yo pé moi dou. Yo pé moi dou. Yo pé moi dou. Yo pé Laura. Yo sa vie pas aisée. Yo pé Titus. Isho a Babonneau. Yo pé Chico. Kay hit by cut pressure. Nous tout ça. Yo pé kay koratata. Woy. Yo pé moi dou. Yo pé moi dou. Mama Flambo est sur power. Mama Flambo est sur power. Ti Philippe là pour sortir bagay toi ouais dans cette liste. Oui maman bagay fin chaud. Ouais. Mama Flambo. The cord is yellow. It's time to go on forth. Let us stir and let us show them what the army can do. Mama Flambo, the yellow army. La Poutier, Philippe. Tiwe, Philippe. Tiwe, Philippe, et puis tu quoi? Tiwe, Philippe. Il pas bon pour pays. Tiwe, Philippe. Tiwe, Philippe, et puis tu quoi? Tiwe, Philippe. Il pas bon pour pays. Mama Flambo. Take care of yourselves. Be safe out there. And remember, December 1st, go out and vote. The code is yellow. T-Way.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was our queen, our four-time Calypso monarch, Minel, giving it to you. Tiwe Philippe politics. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long night. But to crown it off, he will not be very long. I want to bring to you now the man himself. The man who will lead the charge for us. The man who will have the responsibility for taking us out of this mess with his team. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. welcome to the podium at this time your next Prime Minister of St. Lucia. Ladies and gentlemen, Alan Michael Chasney.
My brothers and sisters, Esu Pawe! All right. I had a long message for you tonight, but you got saved because they had so many speakers before me. So, thank you, baby. You know, that's why I love the women in St. Lucia, you know. Because it's the women in St. Lucia that keep the men straight, you know. And I think that when it comes to men, women know more than even the great Lord himself, you know. So let me tell you. I was having a discussion with some women, right? And they were telling me about their men. So I said, okay. They said, let me tell you something, Mr. Shas. When a man comes home, right, and he tells you, I love you, baby. I care about you, baby. All night he's telling you, I love you, baby. And I care for you, baby. The next day he tells you, I love you, baby. I care about you, baby. They said, Mr. Shas, we women learn, you know. We don't listen to them words at all, you know. It's what the man do for me that counts the most. It is what the man does for me that counts the most. Now, you know, my song is action speaks louder than words. So me and the St. Lucian women, we're going to get on fine because my words have action. Now, there's a certain man and a certain political party that want to tell you, I love you, I care about you. But 4.5 years has gone by and there's no action. All right? Now, let me go back to what the women said to me. When, Mr. Shas, a man only has words and he has no action in the house, it means that he must be warning you. That's not true. When you have a man with no action, it means that he must be warning you because he must be getting the action somewhere else. So you see, let us take the advice of the women of St. Lucia that when a man only has words and he has no action and he must be warning you, what must you do? You must put him out. So December 1st, all of us in St. Lucia must take the advice of the women of St. Lucia that when a man wants to tell you, I love you, baby, I care for you, baby, but he has nothing to show and there's no action, we must put him out. All right. There was a lady who said, never, never, never. You all heard that? Right? But let me tell you, those are good words. But what she was saying never to was not important. We, St. Lucians, must make a promise to ourselves. Never, never, never are we going to trust a government that is going to betray us. Never, never, never
are we going to allow a government to mismanage our CIP program. Never, never, never are we going to let a government sell our port for $1. Never, never, never are we going to let a government abuse our healthcare system where people have to lie on the ground and people cannot get a bed and that there's no medicine. Never, never, never again are we going to allow that to happen. Never, never, never are we going to allow a government that has allowed 70 young people to be killed every year and they don't want to take any responsibility. Never, never, never again. And let me tell you, the United Workers' Party has a group of new candidates that's going to bring change to St. Lucia. They will not tolerate any corruption in cabinet. Nobody, not from anyone, not from Alan Shastney, the leader, not from the deputy political leaders, no one is allowed to take the resources of the state to benefit themselves. Never, never, never. And I know the Flabo supporters that if y'all are not happy with what your party is doing, you will let us know. You know, I said to a Laborite, I said, do you think that it's fair that one company, Renault Gajada, got $1 billion of contracts? And you know what he said to me? But he's a good contractor. I said, I didn't ask you that question. I said, do you think it's fair that one contractor got $1 billion of contract? When people cannot even be honest with themselves. And that's why I love Flabo, you know. You can't fool a Flabo. Whether you're a Laborite, whether you are a Flabo, you cannot fool a Flabo supporter. And I love y'all for that. Don't ever lose that. Hold your government accountable. And that is why we must make sure on December 1st, this party must go. Now, this young man here. So, Mr. Preville and I go way, way, way back. In fact, I remember when Mr. Preville was always in commerce and trade and everything. And I had to beg him. I said, Titus, you have to come and join me at the Ministry of Tourism. Please come. Boy, my boy said, no, no, no. I'm in trade and commerce. That's what I want to see. I said, well, Titus, the biggest industry of trade and commerce in St. Lucia is tourism. And he went, uh-huh. And he came. And we worked together for 4 years. And I'm very proud of the work that he did. And I'm going to tell you, and I want all of us to really understand this because it speaks to the character of the person. I've been the political leader since 2013. Today is not the first time that Titus Preville has wanted to be the candidate for Babo. It goes all the way back to 2016 and 2021. And when I said to him, Titus, it's not your time, we're still supporting Ezekiel. He was disappointed. But you know what? He never left the Flabo. Never left Flabo. He continued to work and support the party that he grew up in, the party that he loves. And these are the kind of men and women that we want in the United Workers' Party. People who are here to serve the country, not to be served. People who have ideas and went out and grew and became successful. He became the head of the single market in CARICOM. The head. This is a man who had a career ahead of him. And he decided, you know what? It's time for me to come home. Time for me to contribute to my constituency. And I want to say in front of all the people of Babonneau tonight that Titus Preville will have my 1,000% support in all the things that he wants to do in Babonneau. Thank you very, very, very much. Now let me say this to you. Are you going to hold me to it? Huh? All right. Now, Sunday in the Boulevard. Sunday in the Boulevard. It's an opportunity for us to send a resounding message to the Labour Party and to everybody else in St. Lucia, we are ready to put Labour Party out, and we're ready for a change in this country, and that we're going to give a chance to this new United Workers' Party to deliver on the development of this country. I am committed. Are you committed? Esu Pawe! Esu Pawe! I want to make sure you all bring as many people as you can. We are going to have the largest meeting in the history of St. Lucia in the Boulevard on Sunday. And from the time we leave on Sunday, we have 2 more weeks after that. And make sure that we bring home the victory and we bring back the change. Labour Party. And that is why the name that I have for our Prime Minister is Philip Pe. Philip Pe. Because he could not even finish his term, because he knows that the longer the time went, the more the people of St. Lucia would know that he and his Labour Party have been a failure. And it is time now for us to take advantage of his weakness and make sure on December 1st we put them out. Thank you very, very much.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, on December 1st, Lukabayo Tikwa. Make sure you're registered, make sure you know where you're voting, and bring your friends and family and your neighbors. Everyone come out to vote. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you so much for coming out tonight. Babonneau, you have a meeting in Bogus tomorrow night. And the rest of you, stay tuned to your candidates to find out where you have your meetings. And tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, is Yellow Friday. So make sure you wear something yellow tomorrow. Calçon, sunglasses, tout bagay ka yellow demain. Tomorrow is Yellow Friday. So, but remember, above all, on Sunday, all roads lead to the William Peter Boulevard. Tout flambeau Saint-Lucie, Kaya Kwastui, on the boulevard là. So I want to thank you for coming out tonight. We do appreciate that even if the rain tried to stop the show, you were not hampered by the rain. You stayed and braved the weather and show that not even the rain can put out our flambeau. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to get home safely and keep supporting your party until the change has come on the 1st of December and we finally get our liberation and we finally get the SOS where we save our St. Lucia. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and have a good night. Louder than words. Don't be deceived by all those fancy